And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Allendale, Michigan. Today, it's Great Lakes Conference baseball action on tap here on the Grand Valley Sports Network as the Lakers of Jamie Detillion try to bounce back from a tough loss yesterday against the Dragons of Tiffin from down in Ohio. I'm Tom Cleary, your host for the action here today. 9 innings coming up, and then 2 games coming up tomorrow to conclude this series. Boy, it's been a rough spring for weather. We've got good weather today. It is quite breezy, but very pleasant for baseball action. And Jamie Detillion has had 2 big problems of late, finding healthy pitchers who have been able to go on the mound and finding decent weather in which to play these games. A lot of hemming and hawing for everybody here at Grand Valley with rain in the forecast almost constantly here the last several days. But it looks as though they've picked the right combination of times and games to get this one completed, this regular season that is, before the start of postseason action next week in Ohio, which will include Grand Valley. And the Lakers still have plenty to play for because they're battling with Ashland right now for the top overall seed in the tournament. And with that comes a certain comfort level when you go down and play in the postseason. The number 1 seed gets to control, in some ways, the bracket in terms of when they will play. And if you're Grand Valley and you're traveling, that's a nice little added perk if you can grab it. So Grand Valley will be trying to bounce back and win the final 3 of this series today behind the right-handed slants of Mitch Ashcraft from Forest Hill Central here in the Grand Rapids area. Started earlier this week and got a win against Hillsdale, and he's going today against this Tiffin team that will conclude its season tomorrow. They're not going to be in the postseason, but they look like a postseason team yesterday, banging out 16 runs. And the first pitch of the ball game is over the plate to Kurt Barbeau, the right fielder. Barbeau, Devin Fisk, Nick Huneberg, the first 3 scheduled against Ashcraft, and that ball hit him on the arm. Well, he's not a real hard thrower, Mitch Ashcraft, by college standards, and I think that time Barbeau, who's hanging over the plate a little bit, saw that one coming and really didn't do much to get out of the way. Does he even try? Well, it got him down a little bit low. I thought it got him on the forearm, actually hit him in the leg and kind of ran in on him. You thought that ball was going to curve, stay outside, but it kind of broke into him and got him on the what looked to be the right thigh. So he's hit by a pitch, and here's Devin Fisk playing in left field. Another left-handed hitter. Barbeau's going to draw a throw. That's Matt Williams at first base. Around the horn for Grand Valley in this game today, Anthony Villar at third, Johnny Nate at short, Josh Smith at second. This is in the air to center field in the direction of Alex Young. Right fielder coasting over there as well. Look out, fellas. Oh, my goodness. No communication whatsoever. That ball was up there forever. And really, to my way of thinking, if you're the right fielder, you got to give ground. The center fielder catches anything he can catch. It's going to go as an error on Young, who dropped it. But Keith Browning out there just kind of kept drifting and drifting and drifting. And on top of that, those guys got to speak up. This is really a very easy fly ball, and now they're in big trouble. Either guy could have gotten it, but the rule of thumb is you take a peek if you're the right fielder, and the center fielder takes command of the situation. So here's Huneberg, the DH. Would they be bunting this early with their number 3 hitter? They're not going to bunt on that attempt, and it's a strike down the middle from Ashcraft. 2 on, nobody out, and kind of a very ugly start for the Lakers. Ashcraft hits a batter and then a drop fly ball. Infield in double play depth. Grand Valley's got a good keystone combination with Nate and Josh Smith. They played very well this week. They've made some plays that really contributed to the win over Wayne State earlier this week and the 4 wins against Hillsdale that we saw. Runners aren't going. It's a tap foul, so good situation here for Grand Valley pitcher Mitch Ashcraft, making his 4th start of the year. He's 2-0 on the season. ERA is a bit inflated, but his last effort was a pretty good one. The DH Huneberg batting now. Player from Peru, Illinois. This one is outside 2-2. Outfield not playing very deep for a number 3 hitter. The wind is kind of knocking balls down toward the left side, but I got to believe that Jason Rebecki is right on the precipice of playing too shallow, and Young's not very deep in center either. This is up the chute and sailing just out of play behind the Tiffin dugout. Some folks wandering into the game there, trying to get out of the way. 2-2 the count, nobody out. A couple of miscues for Grand Valley in the top of the first. A hit batsman and then a dropped fly ball. And you can almost see it coming because neither guy was given any ground, and they weren't going very hard. Sometimes collisions happen when people are moving at a high speed and can't hear one another. But that was just a lazy fly ball and not one that Jamie Detillion wanted to see hit the ground. Runners are going on the pitch. Well, no, they held up, I guess. I couldn't really tell if they were going through. It looked to me like Barbeau was going, and maybe he put on the brakes very quickly and stopped. Sometimes they'll go 10, 12 feet and try to get people moving. But on the 2-2 pitch, they appeared to be in motion. Joe Wilkins made that call. So Grand Valley's hoping to get a strikeout, throw him out, if that happens. Not going this time. On the ground, Villar could get two. He's going to step on the bag for one. Throw across in time for a Laker double play. Just a little bit of a bobble by Anthony Villar, but he did the really smart thing. He took the out in front of him and then fired across the diamond for a double play to get to Uniberg. We'll see it again here. Not exactly a clean pickup, but he got it up in his chest. That gave him time to get a touch on it. And out at first by a stride is the batter.
Baseman number 37, Alec McCurry.
So that's more like it for Grand Valley. The sharp double play that erases the lead runner. Now it's Fisk down at second with two out, and here is Alec McCurry, the first baseman. On the outside edge from Mitch Ashcraft, who comes three-quarters in most of his deliveries. I think when we saw him against Hillsdale, though, he did throw some overhand breaking balls. A little bit of a different wrinkle for a guy that's more of a three-quarter pitcher. That's a check swing. Think he went there. I think Grand Valley's got to do well to... Oh, boy, I'd like to see another look at that one. Alec McCurry had a very guilty look on his face. Let's see if we can tell from this picture. Well, maybe not. We'll give the umpires the benefit of the doubt there. Count is 1-1 with two gone in the top of the first of this 9-inning game today on the Grand Valley Sports Network. Ashcraft, good breaking ball there. He checked again, did McCurry. So he's obviously having a little bit of a hard time with that rotation that Ashcraft has on the breaking pitch. Mitch is ahead 1-2 now. This would be a big out to claim to end the top of the first inning. It's on the way, just inside. I like the pitch and the location from Ashcraft there. Kind of came in with something that wasn't breaking, and I think McCurry was looking for maybe a breaking ball toward the outside portion of the plate. 2-2. Boy, awfully good again, but just low in the zone. 3-2 the count. Runner doesn't really get any big advantage here. He's not needing to get anywhere quickly. Let's see what kind of break he gets. He's not going, and the pitch is in the air to center field. Young coming hard. It's going to bounce in. Young's going to have a play at the plate. It's a good throw. It's there, but it's through the legs of Grand Valley's catcher. Unfortunate break there as Connor Glick was kind of in between. That ball hit right in front of him. If he goes out to get it, he thinks he misses the runner. The ball did not come up. It's a single and an RBI, and Grand Valley's defensive issue, boy, that's a ball that maybe he just lost sight of. He's waiting for that hop that didn't get there, and it went right through the wickets. And Fisk is able to score the first run of the ball game. So you make some mistakes, and that's the result. And Grand Valley was certainly guilty there of making some mistakes. It's a base hit and an RBI. Grand Valley also with an error in the inning. And here's the number 5 hitter, Kyle Durham. Let me correct something I said before. I was talking about Connor Glick, who is the DH today. It was actually Brody Andrews who was there at the plate on that one. 34, so let's correct that. And for the Glick family, if you're tuned in today, our apologies for that one. It's still a run, though, for Tiffin. Ashcraft going to throw softly over to first base. The inning started with Barbeau being hit by a pitch. Fisk hit a fly ball that the outfielders collided on. Young had it hit off his glove. Swing and a miss ends the inning, but then after a double play, McCurry with a single, but Ashcraft battles back and limits the damage to 1. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Tiffin 1, Grand Valley nothing on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
There's a phenomenon at Grand Valley State University that is making a lasting impact on our students, the state of Michigan, and beyond. It's called the Laker effect. Lakers understand that one person can make a significant impact. Together, we know we can do even more. That's the Laker effect.
All right, bottom of the first inning. Grand Valley started rather sluggishly. Probably, though, should have gotten out of the inning after that double play. It was a sharply hit single to center field, but Young had the hitter played well, and the runner Fisk was a goner at home plate. Had that ball bounced up or had it made its way all the way to Brody Andrews. But instead, he tried to guess as to where the hop would be. It didn't come up at all, and it just kind of skids right through his legs here. He got the glove up just a little, and you can see that clearly. Well, let's follow through there and see if the actually the runner never got to the plate on his approach, so he would have been out anyway, any kind of a catch. But that's the way it works out. Grand Valley in arrears right at the moment as we get set to take a look at the left-hander Tyler Nichols.
Lakers, the center fielder, number 12, Alex Young.
And this will be Alex Young batting for the first time. His average has dropped off a fair amount here in the last week or so. He struggled a little bit after a long season, his first year at Grand Valley, the junior college transfer. Still, though, leads the team in runs scored with 40, batting .338. And if you wonder about numbers and coaches, Jamie Detillion plays it pretty straight down the middle. Third baseman looking for a bunt here from Alex Young. He is way in on the grass, and Young shows no indication of bunting. That's ball 1. Young batting .338, Rebecki .331, and then Matt Williams .327. But after that, the batting order goes in descending order. A grounder to short. Young can really run. Shortstop's going to have to hurry and just gets him. Nice play by Isaac Perry over to McCurry for out number 1.
Now to bat for Lakers, the left fielder, number 40, Jason Rebecki.
Williams in the 3-hole leads the team with 48 hits, but then you've got Villar 344, Glick 342, Browning 323, Smith 320, Brody Andrews 278, and Johnny Nate just 264, but picking up of late. He started to find a little bit of punch in his approach at the plate, and that's good news for Grand Valley moving forward. There's a big swing there from Rebecki. Saw this guy warming up, Tyler Nichols, and it looked like he was throwing a lot of off speed, trying to move the ball around a little bit, and he cut loose that time. So he's not just a junker. He's looking to mix his pitches, probably see a few more fastballs thrown to a left-hander. That's a fastball on the outside. The count goes to 1-1. Tiffin got a run in the top of the first after a Grand Valley error in the outfield and a ball that skipped past Brody Andrews on a throw to the plate. And that pitch just misses. Tyler Nichols kind of turned his head, and that's the universal pitcher's language for you got to be kidding. Kind of looking away to indicate some disappointment with the call from Grant Henderson, who's behind the plate. Pete Peterson on the bases for game 1. Rebecki hits one sharply in the hole on the right side into right field for a base hit. So Jason is on with 1 out for Grand Valley, and here's Matt Williams.
The first baseman, number 7, Matt Williams.
Take a good look at Matt Williams when he steps up to the plate right now, but if you want to see a clean uniform, because by the end of the day, number 7 will have dirt and dust and a little bit of clay and probably grass stain somewhere on his outfit, which is not something you see a lot of from a guy who's used very often as a pitcher. Grand Valley's two sports star looking in, hits a tapper to third. Going to have to hurry to not get doubled on this one. The throw to second for one. Back to first. It's a double play to end the frame. So Williams took kind of a weak hit and rolled over the ball to third base, and they turned it around the horn. Heckman to Lento to McCurry for the double play. We go to the second inning. It's Tiffin 1. Grand Valley no score today on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
Well, here is how it's done the hard way. Matt Williams went after an off-speed pitch, and he knew when he swung it wasn't a ball he should have gone after, and then he's looking back the other way, and they got him by less than a stride at first base to complete the DP. Now, in all sport, you strive for consistency, but here's some consistency that Grand Valley could do without. Coming into this game, they had allowed 43 first-inning runs in 43 games, and, of course, they gave up one more today to keep the average perfect. 44 runs in 44 games, which means you get used to playing from behind in a lot of those contests. 2 quick strikes here on the leadoff hitter, Isaac Perry, the shortstop. Perry, the junior from Norwalk, Ohio. He's trying to get time here. He thinks Mitch Ashcraft is fast pitching him, and then he throws the eephus ball in just for the heck of it. Well, they tell pitchers, don't do anything sudden there. If time is called, go ahead and complete the throw if you want. Don't jam your leg into the ground or have your arm come out of the socket by trying to stop. That's a check swing. Checking down to first. No, they're not checking down to first because the ball was off the plate, and the home plate umpire, Grant Henderson, said, I don't think so. 1-2 the count. Backhanded grab there by Brody Andrews, who's behind the dish. Usually we see a situation where Connor Glick will play the first game, DH the second, but it's reversed here today. Swing and a miss. Second straight strikeout here now for Mitch Ashcraft. Thrown with a nice, relaxed, easy motion here after giving up that run.
Gary Verneau.
Garrett Verneau bats next. He is the center fielder in today's contest. Tiffin wearing the green and white. We saw their women's lacrosse team suffer a kind of a mild upset loss in the GLIAC tournament here yesterday, beaten by nearby rival Findlay. That's a good breaking pitch. Quickly 0-2 here on Verneau. By virtue of that win, 13-10, Findlay moves to the GLIAC lacrosse championship game tomorrow at noon on the Grand Valley Sports Network against Grand Valley, which had a relatively easy time of it, winning 19-8 over McHenry University of Illinois. So even though school has finished for the academic year, still some things going on. A lot of sports teams still playing. Grand Valley's softball team in the NCAA tournament today down in Indianapolis, and track and field is busy. Also the tennis squad and the women's golf team going on to the Nationals here in Colorado. That group was pretty excited about that. They had a second place regional finish about 10 days ago. And they'll be heading out soon to Colorado. You gotta like playing golf in Colorado. That ball goes an extra 10% because of the altitude. So even the popcorn hitters become long drivers out there. And Grand Valley's got a couple of young women who can really knock it out there a long way, including the All-America senior Gabrielle Shipley. 2-2 the count with one gone here. Verneau, another tapper foul toward the Grand Valley dugout. It's Mitch Ashcraft on the mound, seeking his third win of the season against a Tiffin team that lowered the boom on Grand Valley on Friday. Just Grand Valley couldn't get anything going in the right direction in that one. Get way behind early. Ball just off the edge. Well, you want to see an athletic catcher out there. Brody Andrews, man, he does a lot of stretching before, during, and after games to keep those hamstrings in good shape. On the ground, Johnny Nate, backhand pickup, going to hustle it across in time. Nice play by the MSU transfer, Johnny Nate, for out number 2.
Now batting for Tiffin, the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Lento.
Well, Grand Valley players have talked about what the great condition of the field has been this year, and that allows a guy like Johnny Nate to not have to circle that ball. If he feels he's going to get a straightforward bounce, he can get it with the backhand and get himself set and ready to throw in the air to right center field. Look out. This time they've learned their lesson. Alex Young is there in front of Browning to make the catch. We go to the Grand Valley second. It's Tiffin 1, the Lakers nothing, here today on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Gotta go! I'd like to welcome you to our basement. I would like to read a brief statement. We, the Hubacher family, are pleased to announce today that we've acquired the following players: Buster Posey, Mike Trout, Yadier Molina, Bryce Harper, Derek Jeter, and Miguel Cabrera. We believe that this demonstrates, once again, our family's unwavering commitment to assemble the very best team in this neighborhood.
Mr. Hubacher, you've really upped the ante here. How do you expect the other families in the neighborhood to respond?
Well, the Harris family's going to be none too pleased.
Word is the Harrises are putting together quite a team of their own. Any concerns?
Under Cliff Harris's mismanagement, they already used up all their wall space with a bunch of paintings. I mean, really, come on.
Dad.
I know.
All right, next question.
Start building your own dream team at fathead.com.
Grand Valley State in the inning, the third baseman, number 17, Anthony Villar.
Anthony Villar, the cleanup hitter, bats first here in the second inning for the Lakers. By the way, on that final putout of the top of the second inning, it was Kyle Lento who hit that fly ball, the second baseman for Tiffin. That was corralled out there by Alex Young. And here is Villar batting .344, really picked it up of late, facing the lefty who gets it right down the middle for strike one. Tyler Nichols is in Ohio, and almost everybody on this team is from Ohio or Illinois. Only one Michiganian. That's Waylon Frisbee, the freshman pitcher from Rochester Hills. We see more and more athletes, particularly from Detroit, saunter down to Tiffin for their college sports and education. 0-2 quickly here on Anthony Villar. Just off the plate. Good running fastball that time. Did not tempt Villar. The third sacker. Involved in a very nice double play that almost got Grand Valley off the hook in the first inning with 2 on and nobody out. That was a bender that had some late bite but still didn't find any portion of the plate. 2-2 the count. Villar, Glick, and Browning, hitters 4, 5, and 6 for Jamie Detillion here in the bottom of the second. That one's in deep, and Nichols a little snap of the glove there, not happy with himself, going full after getting ahead of Anthony Villar. Boy, Villar swung at ball 4 there, but that was too close to let it go by. You see that a fair amount in college baseball. A lot of pitchers, they get 0-2 or get 1-2 on a hitter, and then they start thinking a little bit too much instead of attacking, and the result is the count pretty soon is full, and then occasionally you even lose a guy. Let's see what Nichols does here. He's going to lose this guy, maybe. No, he's not. It's going to hang up. I thought it was going to fall in for a base hit for Villar. Villar hit it sharply to right field, but the breeze blew that a little bit of a swing back action into the glove of Kurt Barbeau out there, and that's out number 1. Here's Connor Glick DHing in this contest, enjoying a good season, batting .342 coming into this game. Big, tall, right-handed batter. What you like about this guy's game is if he gaps it somewhere, he could end up on third. He is capable in terms of his running ability, much more so than what you'd expect from a catcher, which is his natural position. DHing in this game, though, batting in the 5 slot. Outfield a little deeper than what Grand Valley's been playing. Glick takes that one, checked it, 1-1. Tyler Nichols, the lefty, on the hill here against Mitch Ashcraft. And Tiffin got a run as a result of a Laker error on a dropped fly ball in the first inning to make it a 1-0 game. Glick guessed wrong that time. That was pretty straight and right through the heart of the plate. It's 1-2 now on the DH. Little soft liner to third base. No problem at all for John Heckman. That's out number 2. You can tell Glick got that a bit on the end of the bat. We'll see him here. Watch him as he kind of reaches for this and just out in front and didn't really get it full force. And here's Keith Browning batting with 2 gone in the Lakers' second. Tiffin on top, 1-0 here on a Saturday afternoon. 9 innings today, and then tomorrow 2 7-inning games are planned. And if you're wondering about how that all came about, Grand Valley was very concerned about the forecast this weekend for rain last night and this morning, but it never really happened, so now we're hoping it holds off altogether. In the air, ceiling over on the right side, it's out of play. The count will go to 0-2 now on Keith Browning. Lakers have 1 hit so far. It was a single by Rebecki in the first, but he was erased on at 5:43 double play with Matt Williams batting after him. Both teams had a double play in the first inning. Browning, a little tapper. This is going to be easy for Nichols. Quick scoop and over to first, and that will end the Lakers' second. So Nichols cruises through his second inning of work. We go to the top of the third. It's still Tiffin 1, Grand Valley no score on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long. With no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Well, the last hitter in the lineup for Tiffin at the start to make a plate appearance is John Heckman, the third baseman.
In the inning, the third baseman, number 19, John.
Sophomore from Hamilton, Ohio, to face Mitch Ashcraft, who lives just down the street here in West Michigan. It'll be Heckman, Barbeau, and Fisk. The first 3 scheduled in the third inning. Ashcraft throws a strike on the first pitch, and Heckman squared a little bit. He got Anthony Villar to come charging in. Straight back to the screen. Let's see if Ashcraft can erase this hitter without too much difficulty. This is the 0-2 situation I was talking about a little bit earlier. A lot of pitchers will start nibbling right about now. Let's see what Mitch is doing. Now, that was a wasted pitch outside. Fastball, a little bit off the plate. 1-2. And he gets him to swing through a breaking ball. Strike 3. And Ashcraft, who's not really a strikeout pitcher, has now struck out at least one batter in each of the first 3 innings of this contest. Looks like a little breaking ball here. Down in the zone. Great location. Very tough pitch to get on there. And here's Kurt Barbeau. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Takes a swing at this one. Hits it on the ground to second. Big hop for Josh Smith. Pounds it a couple of times and fires it over to Matt Williams for the second out.
Now batting for the Dragons, the left fielder, number 4, Devin Fisk.
Here's the player that scored the only run in the ball game, Devin Fisk, and he probably wasn't thinking that was going to happen when he lofted that high fly ball into right center field. Looked like a sure out, but the Grand Valley outfielders bumped into each other. Alex Young could not secure the catch. Fisk got on, moved to second on the double play, and then scored on the base hit. Here's a ball back up the middle. Smith, nice backhanded stop, has time to set himself and guns it across to get Fisk by a couple of strides at first base. Nice work by Ashcraft and the Lakers. Bottom of the third coming up. Still Tiffin 1, Grand Valley no score today on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
The Grand Valley State.
Many of our customers are repeat customers. Once they travel with Cardinal, they come back time and time again.
Our drivers are the best in the industry. We have so many positive comments about our drivers.
Cardinal Bus, 85 years of safe, reliable, worry-free transportation. Call us at 800-348-7487.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Leading off the inning for the Lakers.
All right, some excitement between innings. Grand Valley runs a season-long contest, a fundraiser to raise money for the baseball program. The end result is a pair of round-trip tickets to Hawaii, and Lori Lamar was announced as the winner. Congratulations to her. Nice little Saturday gift. Wake up and find out you're going to Hawaii. So here's Grand Valley batting in the third inning. It's the bottom third. Smith, Andrews, and Nate. Tyler Nichols has faced the minimum. He's allowed one hit, but that player, Rebecki, was taken down in that 5:43 double play that Tiffin turned with Matt Williams at the bat. Sailing outside, 2-0 now. Josh Smith, very good defender, hitting the ball quite well here late in the season. Taking 2-0, and that's a good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Popping into the glove of catcher Kyle Durham. Both teams with one hit on the scoreboard. Tiffin's got a run. Grand Valley, unfortunately, has an error up there. And that was strike two to Josh Smith. So Nichols battling back with effective hard stuff. Let's see what he does here, 2-2. That was a foul tip in and out of the glove. Durham smacked the glove a little bit. Unhappy he couldn't hang on to that one. You like to catch those if you're a catcher, but you're never at fault if you don't catch them, because there's not really anything involved with it other than luck. Still 2-2. Boy, a little floater, and good eye by Josh Smith there. Tantalizing delivery. Smith is going to step out now, and I'm not quite sure what happened here. Maybe it's a little bit of dust blowing up at the plate or something. Josh Smith wanted to get out of there. Don't know if he had something in his eye. Walked away, but he's ready to go now. 3-2. He's going to take a walk. So Grand Valley has the leadoff man on against Nichols. You know, Tiffin came into
Now batting for the Lakers, the
game yesterday with a record of 10-18. They had the second, arguably the second worst record overall in the conference play. There were a couple of teams that were down there in that same general area. Won their 20th game of the season, though, by beating Grand Valley in Game 1. Smith is going to step back to the bag after the throw from Nichols. This is Brody Andrews. Here's a guy that's delivered some timely hits for Grand Valley of late. Sophomore from Rochester, Indiana. Thinking about bunting and When he squared, it looked like Nichols lost concentration a little bit, missed real badly outside with that breaking ball there, and before that ball was halfway to the plate, you could see Andrews pulling the bat back. Ball one count, third baseman in on the grass. That's John Heckman, not quite where he was when Alex Young was batting from the right side. Andrews is going to bunt again, went right through it there. Not happy with himself. That was probably a pretty good pitch to be bunting. Count goes even, 1-1 here on the number 8 hitter in the Laker batting order. Here today, it's Brody Andrews facing Tyler Nichols. Good lead for Josh Smith. Snap throw across. That's an effective tool for a left-handed pitcher. Righty can't do that. You've got to turn and step if you're a right-hander, but if you're a left-hander, all you have to do is pull that foot off the rubber and let it fly, as long as you don't move toward the plate. Andrews gets it down this time. Are they going to go to second? No, they are not. The throw to first. And there is the out. The sacrifice is effective, though, for Brody Andrews. It goes third baseman John Heckman across to McCurry at first for the foot out.
Number 10, Johnny Nate.
Here's Johnny Nate with a runner in scoring position. Let's see Andrews get down here, gets turned. He's looking right at this one, and it is a perfect pitch. Kind of in the lower third of the zone, and second baseman, or I should say third baseman, Heckman never really even looked down to second. He realized it was a pretty effective bunt, and you don't want to take a chance and put two guys on with nobody out. So here's Nate with a chance to tie it for the Lakers. Man at second base. First runner for Grand Valley who's gotten that far. Johnny Nate showing bunt himself. This is a guy that can run. First baseman playing well behind the bag. I think if Johnny was going to bunt that one, he wanted to bunt it fairly hard. Maybe try to get it past the mound. But the guy who's in a pickle right now is the third baseman. He doesn't really want to be charging a bunt. He wants to stay at home at third base for a play that might happen there. Nate was looking. That was the pitch to make it happen on. Fastball low in the zone and right down the middle for a strike. Johnny Nate batting .264 coming in. The camera moving around is as a result of the strong breezes we're getting here today in Allendale. Pitch misses outside. Pretty difficult to hang on to the rig out there. It's our man Dave McLeod up there on top. We'll show you Dave in a little bit if you think you want to be a camera person someday. He is up on the lift and he's about 20-25 feet up in the air. 2-1 count to Johnny Nate. Man at second with one out. Outside, good eye by John. Tyler Nichols having a little chat with himself out there. I know he's talking, but is he listening? Bottom of the third, Grand Valley looking for a run to climb back in this one. It's 1-0 Tiffin. They scored thanks to a batter being hit by a pitch and an error by Grand Valley in the first inning. Nate swings and hits it to right field, stays fair. It's going to be trouble, curving, and into the bullpen foul. Well, for a while there, that looked like it might just grab some grass in fair territory, but the wind is blowing in a pretty stiff fashion from left field over toward right, so anything slicing is going to get a boost.
Put him away now, hop.
Johnny Nate battles to a 3-2 count here with one gone in the third inning. Nate's got a big gap in right center. If he can get one into the outfield in that particular area. Runners going, ball hit in the air to right and out of play. It was a huge jump by the runner, Josh Smith, and I think he would have stolen third base there. Nichols had completely forgotten about him, and the middle infielders, especially the shortstop, looking a little bit disconsolate, like they forgot their job there is to keep the runner somewhere near the bag. Josh Smith was off and flying if that pitch had not been hit foul. Got a pretty good lead down at second base right now. Full count again. Oh, just caught the edge of the outside corner with a late breaking curveball, and Johnny Nate didn't agree with it. We'll get another look, I suspect, here, and you can be the judge yourself here. It looked to me like this one curved around the plate. Well, you see the catcher's glove is almost aligned with the edge of the batter's box, and that tells me that pitch might have been a wee bit outside. But Johnny Nate is a strikeout victim. And here is Alex Young, batting for the second time. Grounded to short in his first at bat. Checked his swing, went too far, and I think that one was in the zone. 0-1 to Alex Young, runner in scoring position for Grand Valley. The runs against Tiffin have not been easy to come by here through the first portion of this series. Grand Valley did get some runs in that game yesterday, but really almost like a consolation prize. They were behind so far, so early, the Lakers were. Young can't find that breaking delivery. Swung right through it. Strike two. Jason Rebecki will bat next if Alex Young can get aboard. Well, Alex has just got to battle here, try to find a way to get one in play. Maybe shorten up a little bit and just get on a ball and let his speed take over. He can find one of these deliveries from Tyler Nichols. Well, he turned it over there. And he fooled just about everybody, including his catcher, Durham, who had to pop up out of the crouch, get in the way of that one. Now Alex Young feels like the pitcher's taking too much time, so he backs out. Fairly pleasant day here in West Michigan, but not beach weather just yet, that's for sure. And the breeze makes it feel a little bit cooler than it is in terms of temperature. A lot of folks wearing light jackets at the park today. And now after some more indecision, conference between Nichols and Durham. Grand Valley with one hit in the ball game. It came from Rebecki in the first inning. The man out there at second base right now is only the second base runner for Grand Valley. That's Josh Smith, who walked and moved up on a bunt by Brody Andrews after the strikeout of Johnny Nate. It's down to Alex Young for the Lakers here to try to forge a tie in the home half of the third. Line drive, one hopper to the first baseman, and taking care of that was McCurry for the final out of the third. Hit hard, sharply hit ball on the ground. One short hop into the glove of Alec McCurry, and we go to the fourth inning. It's still Tiffin 1, Grand Valley nothing on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
There's a phenomenon at Grand Valley State University that is making a lasting impact on our students, the state of Michigan, and beyond. It's called the Laker effect. Lakers understand that one person can make a significant impact. Together, we know we can do even more. That's the Laker effect.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
Leading off in the inning for Tiffin, the designated hitter number 33.
We move quickly now to the fourth inning here with Tiffin coming to the bat. It's Nick Huneberg, the DH, leading off. Very effective third inning for the Lakers starter Mitch Ashcraft. He got a strikeout and 2 ground balls to second, and Huneberg, who batted into a double play in his first plate appearance, up there now to lead off the fourth inning. Huneberg, McCurry, Durham, the first 3 scheduled against Ashcraft. That ball darts inside for ball 1. Ashcraft working quickly, finds the plate with that one. A little bit low that time for Mitch Ashcraft. 2-1 the count. Grand Valley with just one hit through 3, and that's all that Tiffin has. But they took advantage of a first inning error, and there's the second hit. A line single into center field. A couple of hops to Alex Young, and Huneberg is on to start the 4th inning.
Now up to bat for Tiffin, the first baseman, number 37, Alec McCurry.
Alec McCurry had the other hit in the contest. It was a sharp RBI single in almost the exact same spot as that ball that was just hit by Huneberg. Alex Young on the play was in center field, made a strong throw to the plate, but that ball hit about 2 feet in front of Brody Andrews, and it didn't come up. And if he had been able to secure the catch, Devin Fisk would have been out by about 8 feet at the plate. But unfortunately, Andrews couldn't find it, went through his legs, and that gave the Dragons the only run of the ball game. Thinking about bunting here is Alec McCurry. Missing inside was Ashcraft. 2-0. Big hitter right now for Mitch. It's the meat of the batting order for Tiffin. On the ground toward the Laker dugout. Same two teams will play tomorrow. It'll be an afternoon doubleheader, and a little bit different than the usual doubleheader. 2 7-inning games slated for the end of the series. Now a bunt that's down into the feet of Brody Andrews. A little unusual there. Showed bunt, then swung, then tried to bunt again. And the count goes to 2-2. Quick throw by Ashcraft. I think they're starting at noon tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, the doubleheader. So if you want to see some baseball action on Mother's Day in West Michigan, this is the place to be. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good job done by Mitch Ashcraft, coming back from 2-0 to take care of Alec McCurry.
24, Kyle Durham.
Kyle Durham bats next. He was a strikeout victim. And the streak is intact for Mitch Ashcraft. He has now struck out at least one hitter in each of the first 4 innings of today's contest. Good location with that fastball. Outside edge to Durham, 0-1. Let's keep an eye on Nick Huneberg down there. Not much of a lead right now, but he looks like he's about ready to depart the scene. Matt Williams over there holding with him right now. Outfield very shallow for this guy, surprisingly. That ball inside, Andrews might have gotten crossed up. I'm taking a look at the Laker left fielder, Jason Rebecki. He is in shallow center, and Alex Young is not very deep in center. In fact, nobody's very deep right now. Boy, Brody Andrews tried to frame that one, didn't get the call. It goes to 2-1 here on Durham. He's behind the plate today, catching Tyler Nichols in this game, 2nd of 4 in the Great Lakes Conference. Again, Ashcraft's trying to stay in the same area. He's going to have to come in with something right now. Josh Smith now moving a few steps to his left, thinking at 3-1. Tiffin's probably not going to put the runner in motion. He's not going, and that's a swing and a miss. And a very unhappy Kyle Durham, and he swung a ball down around his ankles. Breaking pitch from Ashcraft to run the count full. Different story this time, though. I might expect to see Huneberg going here on the 3-2 pitch. So far, we've seen a fairly aggressive running game from Joe Wilkins and Tiffin. Not much of a lead. He's not going, though, and he is going to gain second base on the walk to Durham as Ashcraft misses low and inside.
Now up to bat for Tiffin, the shortstop, number 13, Isaac Perry.
Isaac Perry, who struck out in his first at bat, up there now with 2 on and 1 out. Well, Ashcraft certainly needs a ball in play right here. infielders in double play depth. That's a curveball, and it's high. Mitch Ashcraft does not generally take a lot of time on the mound. He's right back at it here. That is out of play on the right side. Ooh. Boy, oh boy. That was crazy. Now that ball went behind the hitter, got him just a nick on the shirt. And the reason we know it just nicked him is because Brody Anders threw out his glove hand there and caught the pitch. If it gets any part of his body, that's not going to happen. Let's see if it does get him on the jersey. The umpires seem to think so. Yeah. You can see the shirt move a little bit there. Don't know how Brody caught that one. Bases loaded. Second player hit by a pitch today by Ashcraft. And now problems with Garrett Verneau batting. Bases loaded, 1 out. In the air to center field. Alex Young tracking. He's got it. And he's going to make a quick throw back in that's cut up by Williams. Really don't know what happened there by the runner on third. He talking it over with his coach right now. He should have been headed back to the bag immediately, but delayed just a second.
For Tiffin, the second baseman, number 5, Kyle.
And Verneau is out on a fly ball to center. Tiffin maybe has squandered an opportunity there to test the arm of Alex Young. And now it's going to be up to Kyle Lento, the second baseman. So it's a big out for Ashcraft and the Lakers. Bases jammed with 2 gone here in the 4th inning of this 1-0 ball game. Breaking ball, good long look at it from the home plate umpire, but Henderson says that is just away. Ball 1. That's better from Mitch Ashcraft on the outside edge. Number 8 hitter in a fly ball to center field his last at bat. Two and 1 now. John Heckman is in the on-deck circle, but Mitch Ashcraft's problem is too much traffic on the bases at the moment. 3 on, 2 out in the 4th. But this might get him out of it. A high pop-up on the infield. Johnny Nate was backing up at first. He's there now to put it away. And Ashcraft works out of a jam. Tiffin threatens but does not score. They leave 3 in the 4th. And we go to the home half of the inning. It's still Tiffin 1, Grand Valley nothing on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
3 runners left on base.
You didn't used to hear much in a library. Well, this is no typical library.
The Mary Ida Pugh Library Learning and Information Commons on the Allendale campus has been receiving praise and acclaim from the moment it opened its doors in 2013.
The design came after watching and listening to students, but it also came with Grand Valley's high standards of design and environmental responsibility. The library just earned the highest level of LEED certification by the U.S. Green Building Council. It was awarded platinum status. This library has energy management features that include underfloor air distribution, super efficient exterior walls, a heat recovery system, and a rainwater-fed irrigation system. These save the environment and operating costs. When the university saves money, it can better manage tuition and other costs to students. Now that should give students in this library something to talk about. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.
There's our guy Dave McLeod up there on the forklift. Not for the faint of heart, but seasoned pro up there, our friend Dave. And here is Grand Valley with a chance in the 4th inning to get it going against Tyler Nichols. It's Rebecca Williams-Villar, hitters 2, 3, and 4. Jason Rebecca has the only hit in this contest so far for Grand Valley. A sharp single to right field back in the 1st inning. And he's got the power guys behind him, so important for Grand Valley to get started early in this frame against the Dragons. Nichols has been very good so far. Hasn't really had any big trouble at all. Grand Valley got a man to second with 2 out in the last inning before Alex Young hit a sharp grounder to first to end the frame. Rebecca hits one hard, first pitch swinging, and it's Bobbled momentarily by the second baseman Lento, but he recovers in plenty of time. So first pitch ground out to second
Now up to bat for Lakers,
by
the
Jason
first baseman,
Rebecki,
number
and here's
7,
Matt Williams.
Matt Williams.
Now take the first one you see that you like. It's a pretty good strategy, I think, for Rebecki facing a left-hander. You don't want to get behind in the count and let this guy dial up a bunch of breaking balls. Matt Williams bats next. Williams hit into a double play in his first at bat, thinking about bunting and not really even convinced himself that it was the right thing to do. Sort of a half-hearted stab by the Laker wide receiver, outstanding player on the football team, having a great year in baseball as well. And they're working away. This guy's not lacking in guile. He knows who Williams is and what he can do with the bat, and he's going to try to run the ball away from him. Make him hit it to right center. And Matt Williams missed that one. Got underneath it. People coming in on the infield. Third baseman taking command. And John Heckman has it in his glove for out number 2.
Now back for Lakers, the third baseman, number 17, Anthony Villar.
Anthony Villar bats with 2 gone. Hit a fly ball to right in his first at bat. Grand Valley with just 1 hit through 3 2/3, and Tyler Nichols is moving along at a clip with which he is comfortable. Going to be very difficult today to get one out to left field, I would suspect. Right field might be a better opportunity, or a left-handed hitter especially. We saw some balls earlier in this week from right-handers flying out to right and right center, especially in that Hillsdale series. You get one up in the breeze, and if it's down the line, it's going to have a chance to go. 1-1 to Anthony Villar. That's inside 2-1. On deck for Grand Valley is Connor Glick, the designated batter in this game. Boy, this ball is hit hard to left. Left fielder backing up. It's over his head. Took a bad path to that one, and Anthony Villar is going to make him pay with a 2-base hit with 2 out. Well, that should not happen really against the cleanup hitter.
The designated hitter, number 16.
You're in the lead. You'll give up a single, but you don't want to be giving up a double. And this ball's over the top and really very poorly played out there by Fisk, who was just fooled by it, and Villar stung it pretty well. It goes as a 2-out double. And here is Connor Glick batting with a chance to get that run in from second. Second runner in scoring position in this ball game for Grand Valley on the second hit of the day for the Lakers. Connor Glick doesn't have to hit it over anybody's head. He just has to find some space out there in the green grass. That might have been a pitch to try it on because it was a good fastball, first pitch fastball from Nichols on the outside edge. Glick hit a line drive to third, not a scorcher. Not really a humpback liner either, just kind of a soft liner to third in his first at bat. And there's that pitch that Nichols has used a lot against right-handers. Takes a little bit off, tries to run it away. Glick was not fooled, and the count goes to 1-1. A little bit low on that one. 2-1 to Connor Glick with Keith Browning, the Laker right fielder, in the on-deck circle. The man at second is Villar with a 2-out double. Both teams with 2 hits. Tiffin has the contest's only run. Came back in the first inning. And it was helped along by an error, that first inning score. Glick went for the off-speed delivery, and that had all kinds of bad mojo on it if you're a Grand Valley fan. That was breaking, and it was falling in the zone, tumbling away. 2-2 the count. 6'4" right-handed hitter up there for Grand Valley. A lot of power, this guy. And as we pointed out, he can move his feet pretty well, too. That is nowhere close. So the count goes to 3-2, and I've always suspected that this guy was going to work very carefully against Glick, who's hitting .342. Browning is having a pretty good season for Grand Valley, but does not really have the power threat that Connor Glick can provide. So Nichols might be cautious on this one. I don't think he's going to just throw it down the middle of the plate. Taking a lot of time getting his signal, and now Glick is going to call time at the plate. And as you look at Nichols, I've seen him a couple of times looking into the dugout, maybe trying to get some help from his coaching staff there as to what they would like to see him throw here. Glick is going to make him wait a little bit longer now, make him squeeze that baseball and think about the situation. Grand Valley looking for a base hit that can tie this thing in the bottom of the fourth. Glick can't find it. He changed up on him and got him swinging through it for the final out of the inning. So Grand Valley gets no runs ahead. There were no errors, a man left. Fifth inning coming up today in Allendale. It's still Tiffin 1, Grand Valley nothing.
At Metro Health, we don't see patients, we see people. And when it comes to their health care, there's one thing we're all working toward: helping them feel better. Better summers, better dances, better retirements, and better roads ahead. This is what we want for every person we see every day. Better. Metro Health. Better all around.
Grand Valley inching closer to tying this game up. They've had a runner at second in each of the last two frames, but have not been able to get them home. And as a result, Tiffin carries a 1-0 margin into the fifth inning. It'll be John Heckman, the third baseman, batting for the second time. He was a strikeout victim back in the third. Only 2 hits allowed by Mitch Ashcraft so far, and if not for that first inning error, he'd probably be throwing a shutout at this point. He's struck out 4. That ball is hit sharply down the left field line. He's had a strikeout in each of the first 4 innings, Ashcraft. Trying to move his 2016 record to 3-0. The wiry right-hander. This is in the air towards center field, and not much trouble there for Alex Young. About 6 or 7 steps to the left and in the glove for out number 1.
Batting for Tiffin, the
here's
right
Kurt
fielder,
Barbeau.
9, Kurt Barbeau.
Barbeau is 0 for 1 in this game. Hit by a pitch leading off the contest, and then a grounder to second in his last at bat back in the third. Third was probably the best inning of work for Ashcraft. 2 harmless ground balls and a strikeout, and that's a first pitch strike. Breaking ball that gets the outside edge against Barbeau, who turns around and has an inquiry for the home plate umpire, Grant Henderson. Check swing there. 1-1.
Good eye, good eye.
2-1 the count on Kurt Barbeau, batting with 1 gone in the 5th. Ashcraft works it even as Barbeau tried to bunt there, and not really a firm commitment on that particular move. He kind of just dropped the bat in the zone rather haphazardly. So Ashcraft has him set up for maybe his 5th strikeout of the ball game. Let's see. Ashcraft goes outside. Barbeau was not tempted. 3-2. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Tiffin. Grand Valley, no runs, 2 hits, just the 1 error, but as I said, it was costly when Browning and Alex Young came together in right center field. This is on the ground on about the 7th hop. Josh Smith picks it up and throws it across to Matt Williams for out number 2.
Now up to bat for the Dragons, the left fielder, number 4, Devin Fisk.
Devin Fisk has scored the game's only run. He was safe on an error in the first and grounded out to end the third. Ashcraft keeping the Lakers in right now. This will be, if he gets this out, 5 solid innings of work, and it's a hopper down to Matt Williams. No trouble at all. Williams will beat the batter to the bag, and Tiffin is retired in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's Tiffin 1, Grand Valley no score on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Almost done.
Now you can pay your bill, manage your appointments, and check your connection status. Anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so you're protesting? Okay.
Introducing Xfinity My Account, available on any device.
Well, there you see in the background the Carillon Tower, which used to be our go-to, we call it a bump shot for our football broadcast at Grand Valley. But then we went and threw up that Kelly Family Sports Center building, and that kind of ended that. Football fans probably thought that was shipped off somewhere, but it's still here, right in the middle of campus, and it's kind of a quiet Saturday, some activity, mostly sports-related. And as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Keith Browning to lead off. Browning, Smith, and Andrews. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 to face Tyler Nichols. Browning's going to bunt it past the pitcher. Very nicely done, and no chance to get him. That's how it's done. The pitcher, once it got by him, the second baseman's never going to get there, and Kyle Lento tried for the barehanded stab. Even if he gets it, he's not going to throw out the very speedy Smith.
Number 9, Josh Smith.
No chance on that play. Third Laker hit of the ball game. Browning drops one down beautifully. And here is Josh Smith. And if we saw a bunt a moment ago, we're probably going to see one here. Josh Smith has been swinging the bat better for Grand Valley of late. But in tight on the grass at third is Heckman. Grand Valley would like to bunt it in the other direction if they are bunting here. Tyler Nichols is going to sling one across. Smith came into this game batting .320, walked in his first at bat. He's looking to bunt, pulls the bat back, curveball hangs outside. So with the first baseman holding on, it's obvious in this situation that Smith wants to go that way, although Grand Valley earlier today in a sacrifice situation very similar to this bunted it to third base, and Heckman didn't even look at the runner going from first to second. If you bunt a bullet at him, he probably will, but if you get a good one down here, it's probably going to work. Looking to bunt again. Smith does bunt it down. Catcher's going to pick it up in front of the plate. Going to have to hurry. Safe at first. Well, I think for some reason, Kyle Durham took a little extra time, maybe trying to improve the angle of his throw, but
now up to bat
there's no way this should have been a base hit.
Number 34, Brody Andrews.
Hitter's giving himself up. He puts the glove up, the catcher does, and yeah, no doubt about it, he's safe at first. So 2 on for Grand Valley. Nobody out. And if the first 2 guys were bunting, well, why not Brody Andrews here? Now Tiffin's really in a quandary. They're expecting a bunt here in this situation from Andrews, but he's a guy that can drive the ball a little bit. Let's see what they've got in mind. He's looking to bunt again, and he puts it down, and it's a good bunt. They're going to have to hurry to get him to throw to first just in time to get Brody Andrews. A little indecision that time, but a really strong throw by Kyle Durham to get Brody Andrews. He was looking down toward third base, and I thought maybe he had squandered his opportunity. Sensational bunt on a breaking ball. And he had to uncork one there to get the runner by less than a step. So a sacrifice puts 2 runners in scoring position now for Grand Valley. And here is Johnny Nate. Well, Grand Valley has bunted consecutively 3 straight times, 2 for a hit, one for a sacrifice. They're going to let Johnny Nate swing, I suspect, and even though the infield is not in tight in this 1-0 ball game, I think they're going to concede a run on a ground ball to the middle infielders. If he hits it sharply to third or first, I think they'll take a shot at Keith Browning if he goes on contact here. Let's see how it plays out for Grand Valley. Nate swings. That's a ground ball to second. They're going to have no play at the plate. The game is tied on the ground out by Johnny Nate. Nice work by John to get the run home. Browning crosses the plate. Moving to third on the play is Smith, and that's an RBI for the Lakers shortstop, who gave himself up on that ground ball to the right side. So here's Alex Young, who would like to make amends for the miscue in which she was involved in the first inning, that drop fly ball. Lakers with a man at third, and once again, Heckman is way in on the grass with 2 out. He thinks that Alex Young might be trying to bunt for a base hit here. I think he's looking to knock one into the outfield. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. Strike one. Grand Valley finally breaks through with a run here in the 5th inning. 2 bunts for base hits, a sacrifice, and a grounder to second. Bringing home a run and putting another runner at third, so the Lakers with a chance to jump ahead here. That ball is down in the dirt. Good work done by Kyle Durham there. On deck is Rebecki. If Alex Young can get on base somehow here. Rebecki's had some good swings today. Alex Young still looking for his first, but the ball's fouled back and out of play on the right side. Kind of a screamer back over the Tiffin dugout. Got some guys' attention over there. Wind continuing to blow and swirl. It looks to me like it's maybe a bit out of the northwest right now, maybe blowing in, but still across from left to right field. 1-2 the count here to Alex Young, the Lakers center fielder. Base hit will put Grand Valley in the lead, and Alex Young can't find it. He went for the breaking pitch and swung right through it. But it's a good inning for the Lakers. They get a couple of hits and they tie the game up. We go to the 6th inning. It's 1-1 between Tiffin and Grand Valley on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Dudes, been a couple of A+ roommates. And I hate to do this because you guys have been cool with everything. You're cool with my band. You're cool with that English accent phase, remember that?
We're literally out of milk.
And that theater troupe.
Hey, could you give me a second, please?
But State Farm's helped me be really smart with my money, and I got my own pet now. Oh, no big deal, Mom, Dad. My new place doesn't allow pets. Dylan's gonna have to stay here. One love, Pops.
Start out right in life. With everything from renter's insurance to your first bank account, State Farm is there.
My fathead came! My fathead came! Oh my gosh! Yes! That's great! Look at my pony, Daddy!
That looks really good. That look good?
This is my fat head.
I'm so excited for her. The goosebumps.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Do you like it?
I love it!
It has been a good outing so far for the Laker right-hander Mitch Ashcraft. Gave up a run in the first inning, in part due to an error, and has been very good since that time. He's worked through some fairly easy innings, and he's now taken it to the 6th with the Lakers tied with Tiffin at 1-1. Tough task coming up now, though, with Nick Huneberg, the DH, followed by McCurry and Durham, hitters 3, 4, and 5 for the Laker right-hander, who misses outside to start inning number 6. Huneberg has batted twice, hit into a double play in the first inning, singled sharply in the 4th. This is not the start that Mitch Ashcraft wanted to this inning after his team had battled back to tie. He goes to 3-0 on the leadoff man, with Alec McCurry waiting to swing next. That pitch is in there for a strike, with the DH taking all the way. 3-1 the count. Outfield not too deep again for Grand Valley. A little bit surprising with the meat of the order up there. And that pitch misses inside, and Ashcraft issues a walk to start the sixth inning.
For the Dragons, the first baseman, number 37, Alec McCurry.
McCurry had a base hit and RBI in the first inning, but struck out in his last at bat. This might be a situation where he's looking to play small ball rather than drive it here. Let's see if he's thinking about bunting. He's swinging on the first pitch, and it's over the head of the shortstop into shallow center field. So it's the second hit for McCurry, and now it's 2 on and nobody out here for Tiffin against Mitch Ashcraft.
The catcher, number 24, Kyle Durham.
Durham bats next. The catcher, 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout for his day. And how's Grand Valley going to play this? Anthony Villar is creeping in toward the grass at third. Matt Williams doing the same at first base. Doesn't have to hold with the runner with a man down at second. And Mitch Ashcraft wants to come up with something on the ground or way up in the air if he can find it. He's pitched quite well, Mitch has, trying for his third win of the season here. And Grand Valley needs a day where the starter can be effective for a good long haul on the mound. Bunt is on. Durham pulled the bat back with a lot of confidence, and that ball sailed over the plate for a strike. He gave up on that one rather early on. He's looking to bunt again, and this time he bunts it foul. So not a good situation if you're up there bunting, and if you get 2 strikes to bunt and you can't put either one of them in play. Now, the question is, will he try it a third time? We saw in the Hillsdale series, Hillsdale had a batter who bunted successfully with 2 strikes. I don't know that Durham is that handy with the bat. Maybe he'll be swinging away here. He's looking to bunt again, and he is no more successful than he was on the last pitch and becomes a strikeout victim. Just poorly done there by the catcher, Durham. And he becomes the first out of the inning.
Isaac Perry.
Got some pretty good pitches to bunt it, too. They're down in the zone, around the plate, as we take a look at Isaac Perry stepping in. 0 for 1, hit by pitch his last at bat, playing at shortstop today. Infield now in double play depth here for the Lakers. This is on the ground toward the Laker dugout.
Play.
Go, Isaac. Here we go, kid.
Be big.
Way out of take. That away.
1-1 the count here to the Tiffin shortstop, Isaac Perry. Wearing 13 on his green jersey. This is on the ground, a short, should be 2. Nate just taking himself for 1 in time at first base. Little indecision about the flip there. Johnny Nate decided to take it on his own, and he completes the double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Grand Valley 1, Tiffin 1 on the Grand Valley Sports Network. Well, Grand Valley has played some pretty good defense of late, especially on the infield. We've talked about it all this week, and here's Johnny Nate again. This time, though, I think he probably should have shoveled it. He had a long way to go, but he steps on the bag as he plants and is able to get the runner at first by less than a stride. But good work behind Mitch Ashcraft, who got out of a 2-on no-out situation, got a strikeout as he took care of the catcher trying to bunt on 3 straight pitches, and then gets the double play ball. Here's Rebecki leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for Grand Valley. Tyler Nichols missing outside. We have not seen any action in either bullpen here today. Both are quiet right now. Rebecki takes it on the inside corner. 1 for 2 for Jason. Had a hit in the first, grounded to second his last at bat. This is in the air to left, carrying pretty well. Left fielder tracking back. He's got space. He's out there, and on the warning track, he's able to pull that one down. Well, the wind probably didn't help that at all, and may have even hurt it a little bit. Rebecki's got good power the other way. Taking a look out there, and he saw the dust being kicked up by the left fielder, Devin Fisk. But Fisk, who had a ball knocked over his head earlier in the contest, was playing deep enough this time to make the adjustment and to retire Rebecki for the first out. Matt Williams 0 for 2 in the game. Sharp grounder past third base, down into left field corner. Let's see if he's going to try for 2. He's going to make the turn. Could have a play here. Williams, though, going in without a slide. Probably could have used a slide, but he is in at second. Tough play for the third baseman. Kind of a backhanded in-between hop for John Heckman, and he came up empty on it. We'll see it again here.
Now back for the Lakers, the third baseman, number 17, Anthony Villar.
Now if he's going to throw Williams out, he's got to make that kind of attempt there. He could have probably circled that ball and blocked it. But Matt Williams is safe at second after the 2-base hit for the Laker first baseman. And now a man at second with 1 out, and here is Anthony Villar. Again, a chance for the Lakers to take the lead here in the 6th inning. That's a floater outside from Nichols. Now, at long last, a little bit of movement out in the Tiffin bullpen. Somebody stirring out there. I don't know. Maybe they're just looking to retrieve a baseball. Or nobody throwing just yet. Villar can put the Lakers on top. Good runner at second in Matt Williams. That ball is out of play down the right field line. Anthony Villar with the other extra base hit in this contest for Grand Valley. A double back in the 4th. Flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. Well, Nichols did not come close to finding the zone with that one. It's 2-1 on the Laker cleanup hitter. Lots of space in right center field. The center fielder, Verno, way over around toward left. Villar's going to hit one down to first, and that ball very nearly ate up the first baseman, Alec McCurry. He had to check the webbing of the glove to make sure he had it. Williams moves over to third on the play.
Lakers, the designated hitter, number 16,
again.
Connor
See
Glick.
the first baseman here. I think he was a little surprised on this one. He kind of went down and, whoa, there it is. That is one huge glove he is wearing today. And he uses it effectively there to retire Anthony Villar. First baseman unassisted. So go ahead run is 90 feet away, and here is Connor Glick, who hasn't had much luck today. A fly ball to left in his first at bat, and then struck out last time. Glick takes a breaking ball. That's what they have been dealing him most of this contest. Struck out on a curveball in his last at bat.
Be tough.
Matt Williams is the runner there at third base. Staying away with the soft stuff to the big right-handed hitter. DHing game in this game today, I should say. Doubleheader tomorrow. This is a single game, 9 innings. Game 2 of the series between Tiffin and Grand Valley. Glick is probably going to get another breaking ball here. Let's see if he can get on top of one.
we go, T. Here we go, T.
Nichols taking a lot of time. Goes firm into the outside portion of the plate, and Connor Glick stayed off it. 2-1 the count now. Both teams with one run. Grand Valley with 5 hits to 3 for Tiffin. Just one error in the ball game. Pretty good pitchers duel up to this point. Connor Glick towards second. Big hop there for the second baseman across to first from Kyle Lento to McCurry, and the Lakers are retired. So Grand Valley threatens but does not score. We head to the 7th. It's still 1-1 on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Dudes, yeah. Been a couple of A-plus roommates. I hate to do this because you guys have been cool with everything. You're cool with my band. You're cool with that English accent phase, remember that?
We're literally out of milk.
That theater troupe.
Hey, could you give me a second, please?
But State Farm's helped me be really smart with my money, and I got my own pet now. Oh, no big deal, Mom, Dad. My new place doesn't allow pets. Dylan's gonna have to stay here. One love, Pops.
Start out right in life. With everything from renter's insurance to your first bank account, State Farm is there.
My fathead came! My fathead came! Oh my gosh!
That looks really good. That look good?
This is my fat head.
I'm so excited for her. Have goosebumps.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Do you like it?
I love it!
It'd be a nice inning for Mitch Ashcraft to close it down for Grand Valley. I think you would have told Jamie Detillion you could get 7 innings of one-run pitching from this guy today. He would have gladly taken it. Mitch has done an outstanding job on the mound. He'll be facing the lower third in the batting order. Verno, Lento, and Heckman, hitters 7, 8, and 9.
Let's have a great start here, 10. Here we go.
And Ashcraft misses. Well, in the last inning that he pitched, Ashcraft got into a bit of difficulty. He started right out after Grand Valley had tied the game and gave up a walk and then a single. He wants to avoid that this time. Evening the count there at 1-1 to Garrett Verno, the center fielder. Missing away. And the score just given to us from Indianapolis as Grand Valley has defeated Trevecca Nazarene in softball and NCAA tournament play 4-2. That means those teams will battle one more time for the pitch from Mitch there. Dialed it up a little bit and evens the count at 2-2. Grand Valley took a 2-1 lead late in that contest. Got pegged back by Trevecca Nazarene with a run in the bottom of the 6th, and Grand Valley got 2 in the 7th to win it. So Dana Callahan and company trying for one more victory here that will prolong their season. Swings at that pitch, which is way inside, and pulled it about 30 feet foul down the third base line. Count stays even here to Garrett Verno. This is in the same general vicinity there, down toward the Laker bullpen. Grand Valley with 5 hits. But the pitching has been much better today for the Lakers after getting throttled by Tiffin in the series opener yesterday. Ashcraft in the air towards center field. Alex Young racing back, still going. There, and a basket catch by Alex Young, and then a theatrical flip back to his teammate Jason Rebecki, who came over there and
now back for the Dragons, the second baseman, number 5, Kyle
support.
Lento.
Looks to me like he almost overruns the ball here and realizes the breeze has held it up, and he had that one all the way shy of the warning track. Good running catch though by Alex Young, and Ashcraft gets the first out of the 7th inning. Here is Lento, the second baseman. He's hit 2 fly balls in this contest. Actually, he's hit it in the air twice. One was a fly ball to center field. Second time was the pop-up that was taken by Johnny Nate just on the grass in shortstop position. 2-0 the count. John Heckman will bat next, we expect, unless they make a change. He's out in the batting He's in the on-deck circle right now.
Inside.
Boy, this is not what Mitch wants to do. He wants to attack these guys that are down in the bottom third of the lineup for Tiffin. He's gone 3-0 now on the number 8 hitter, Kyle Lento. Man, he could use another one just like that one. And he gets it. That was even better than the last one on the outside edge from the Laker right-hander. 3-2 count now with one gone. Top of the 7th here in Allendale, Michigan. On the ground sharply, Villar's got it. Can he square himself? He does, and fires across for out number 2. Nice work done by Anthony Villar. Had to extend to get that one, and then
Now
get himself swung around to make a strong throw to first base.
Heckman.
So Mitch Ashcraft battles out of a hole there. He was 3-0 against Lento through 2 very good strikes on the outside edge, and then got him to ground out to third. John Heckman watches one float in there, breaking ball for a strike. Heckman today a strikeout and a fly ball to center. Trying to bunt, it's a beauty. The Lakers are going to have to just swallow this one. Now they're going to throw it. Now he kind of tried to stop and then dropped the ball, but it didn't go anywhere. And it's a 2-out bunt single for John Heckman, and that will take us back to the top of the batting order, Kurt Barbeau.
Now batting for Tiffin, the right fielder, number 9, Kurt Barbeau.
Only chance Grand Valley has here is if this one gets on the clay and then goes into foul territory. But you take a look, well, he did try to throw it, and it actually slipped out of his hand. I thought he tried to hold up on that one, but pretty good outcome for the Lakers considering. Heckman with a pretty good lead over there. Williams holding him close. It's down in the zone to Barbeau, who's hit a couple of ground balls to Josh Smith out at second base his last 2 plate appearances. He was hit by a pitch to start the game. That's better. 1-1 now. Still nobody working in Grand Valley's bullpen. There's some folks out there now. Mitch Ashcraft trying to work through the 7th inning. No, good pitch, and well, nobody covering. Is that the problem there for Brody Andrews? He kind of double clutched on it. I think he thought that Nate had maybe not made a move toward the bag quickly enough, so he just held the ball. And it's a stolen base for Heckman. Brody Andrews was up out of the crouch pretty quickly, but I think he just made the determination that he'd be throwing that one to Alex Young. And that's a big steal because it puts the runner in scoring position, and a base knock here will set up the kind of play that we had back in the first inning when Alex Young perhaps had a chance to keep the shutout intact. Throw a strike to Andrews, but it went between his legs on a short hop. 2-2 the count. Big pitch for Ashcraft. Hits it down on the ground to Matt Williams, who gobbles it up and steps on the bag. And that'll end the 7th inning. We go to the home half. It's still Grand Valley 1, Tiffin 1 on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Well, Grand Valley rallied to tie this game in the 5th inning. It started with a bunt single by Keith Browning. He leads off here in the 7th. He'll be followed by Smith and Andrews First three scheduled against Tyler Nichols, and now we see people starting to move around a little bit. Some guys up walking around in the dugout for Tiffin. They have a couple of guys jogging out there, and it looks like a couple of people are thinking about getting up and starting to throw. Grand Valley getting a similar amount of action down in their bullpen. Browning taking that pitch away to start the bottom of the 7th of this 9-inning contest. Third baseman Heckman in on the grass. And that misses away again from Tyler Nichols. 4 hits now for Tiffin, 5 for the Lakers, just 1 error in the game. Straight back over the top of the screen, behind home plate. 2-1. Third at bat for Keith Browning in the game. He hit a tapper to the mound his first at bat. Tyler Nichols, he's a pretty animated fellow out there on the mound. Pounded his glove again when he didn't get the pitch he wanted there. 3-1 to the leadoff man for the Lakers. Line shot. Heckman's got it. Took it about ankle high. He had him played perfectly, and it took a little bit of nerve for Heckman to be in on the grass that tight. Browning swung away and hit it right at him.
Smith.
In the end, kind of a comfortable catch. That ball being down low helped a little bit. You don't want to take one of those head high, and Heckman snared it in the air for out number 1. Josh Smith going to bunt it again. The catcher. Whoa, what a play! He tapped that ball up in the air, I think 3 different times, and then snagged it barehanded. You can't believe this. Take a look again. The ball bunted. Off the glove, off the arm, off the glove again, and then the catch is made. Nicely done there by Kyle Durham. That's one he'll remember a long time. I think that was actually touched 4 different times. A couple of bounces off the arm. And then ultimately the catch. And here's Brody Andrews who goes through that pitch for strike 1. Let's see it from this angle here. Bunted, hit him off the chest, hit him off the glove, and then on the 4th attempt, he finally corrals that one. That one slings inside on Brody Andrews, a sacrifice in each of his first 2 at-bats in this contest. So Brody Andrews takes this one for a 2-1 count. Johnny Nate will bat next for the Lakers. Some action now for Tiffin down in the bullpen. This could be the last inning for Tyler Nichols. You would think that Mitch Ashcraft is getting to the end of his rope as well. That's a breaking ball that just misses. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 3-1. I wouldn't say that either of these pitches are laboring, but Mitch Ashcraft does not look like he's tired at all. He looks like a guy that can just throw at his speed pretty much all day long. And that misses outside, so Nichols getting a little restless out there, gives up the walk.
Now batting
with
for
2 out.
GVSU, the shortstop, number 10, Johnny Nate.
From a Grand Valley standpoint, you like that you're getting your 9th hitter up here right now. Not only does he have a chance to do something, but it means that if he doesn't, you'll have the top of the batting order to face Nichols or somebody else in the 8th inning. Johnny Nate has the Grand Valley RBI in this contest. Came at a ground out in his last at bat in the 5th inning. Takes that one low and away. Struck out in his first at bat in the 3rd. 0 for 2 for John. And the catcher, Kyle Durham, trotting out. Probably reminding his pitcher that he's facing the 9th hitter in the Grand Valley batting order here. Has to stay aggressive, throw strikes, make Nate put it in play.
One more, kid, one more.
On the ground is short. Shouldn't be a problem at all. And the shortstop, Isaac Perry's just going to walk it over to second to get the force to end the inning. We go to the 8th inning now. It's still tied. It's Grand Valley 1, Tiffin 1 today on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
There's a phenomenon at Grand Valley State University that is making a lasting impact on our students, the state of Michigan, and beyond. It's called the Laker effect. Lakers understand that one person can make a significant impact. Together, we know we can do even more. That's the Laker effect.
Well, Mitch Ashcraft still back out there, not looking too bothered by the situation. He's just kind of moving along at his own clip. He's pitched very well, and he's delivered some big strikes when he's gotten behind in counts with people on base. Just when you think he's on the edge of maybe teetering a little bit, he's been able to get it done.
The Dragons, the left fielder, number 4, Devin Fisk.
Here is Devin Fisk, the left fielder. He is 0 for 3 in the game, 2 ground outs, and hit a fly ball out in right center field that was ultimately ruled an error against Alex Young, who banged into the right fielder. There's a grounder to second on the first pitch. A little bit low over there to first from Josh Smith, but Williams is able to squeeze it.
Now batting
for the
for
first
Tiffin,
out of the
designated
inning.
hitter number 33, Nick Huneberg.
The kind of outs that you'd love to get when you're pitching late in a contest like Ashcraft is. Here is Nick Huneberg, the DH. A hit and a walk in this contest. It's a good ball on the outside edge from Mitch Ashcraft. Mitch is thinking if he can get through this one and his team can score a run, he'll probably end up turning it over to Matt Williams. Little tapper, Ashcraft going to underhand it to Matt Williams, and that's 2 infield outs here to start the 8th inning. The dangerous Huneberg retired on a little tapper out in front of the plate.
Now batting for
That'll
Tiffin,
leave it
the
up to
first
Alec
baseman,
McCurry.
number 37,
McCurry had an RBI
Alec
single in the first, struck out in the 4th, but then came back and had another base hit, his last at bat. He's hit the ball sharply a couple times in this game. Ashcraft happy to be facing him with nobody on base. Inside edge and down in the zone for a strike. 1-1 here on the first baseman, Alec McCurry, for the Tiffin Dragons here in the 8th inning. That one just missed in a very similar spot. 2-1 now. Looking ahead to the Grand Valley 8th inning, it'll be the top of the batting order, Young, Rebecki, and Williams. To face Nichols perhaps, and maybe not, because we've got some activity out there. Somebody throwing with purpose for Tiffin right now. 2-2 after that called strike. Ashcraft trying to finish him off, and very nearly does so. That ball fouled out of play on the right side. Only run scored by Tiffin came in the first inning. The Lakers tied it with a single run on an RBI ground out in the 5th. In the air, toward left field, not terribly deep. Rebecki drifting back, not quite to the track. He's there and he gloves it for the out. So Mitch Ashcraft and the Lakers are through 8. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's still 1-1, Grand Valley and Tiffin on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
No hits, no errors.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
Well, Grand Valley's got somebody up throwing right now, and we see somebody in the other bullpen. For Grand Valley, it's Brett Nearing, who was in yesterday. And we're not sure. I thought it might be Brady Ward, who is warming up for Tiffin. He's been out there for a while. It will be Nichols to start the 8th inning against Alex Young, who he has been able to handle pretty well.
For the Lakers, the center fielder, number 12, Alex Young.
Alex Young 0 for 3. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout. He's the guy that can get it going for Grand Valley, though. If he gets on base, he's a big base-stealing threat. And again, John Heckman at third, well in on the grass. He's about 2 steps in and about 4 or 5 steps in front of the baseline. 2 steps in on the grass, that is. Sailing outside. Boy, if you're Nichols here, you want to put the ball in the zone because Alex Young has not had a lot of good swings. Really been tailing off a little bit this week, and certainly today hasn't had much going for him at the plate. That's out of play down the right field line. By far the leading base stealer for Grand Valley this season. Alex Young looking to bunt, man, that really didn't work out the way he wanted to. I think he wanted to bunt at first down the third baseline, which didn't make a lot of sense because Heckman was right in on top of him and then tried to shift it down the first baseline. 25 steal attempts this year, 22 successful. That's a success rate of 88% for this guy. So if he gets on base, there's not much doubt that Jamie Detillion will put him into motion. Infield back everywhere else. Young can't find it. Ooh. Very fortunate there for Alex Young. That looked like a very good pitch toward the outside edge. It sails by to even the count at 2-2. Grand Valley needs some balls in play against this guy, the crafty left-hander, and Alex Young can't provide it. Goes after the outside delivery and is a strikeout victim for the second time today.
Now batting for Lakers, the left fielder, number 40, Jason Rebecki.
Jason Rebecki has been pretty active at the plate today. Had a sharp single in the first. In his last at-bat, he hit a fly ball to the warning track that the left fielder, Devin Fisk, caught almost up against the fence. Took a look at that breaking ball, didn't offer. It's just off the plate. 1-0 with Matt Williams, the on-deck batter for Grand Valley. 1 out in the 8th inning. It's a 1-1 tie. Great pitchers duel today here on the Grand Valley Sports Network. And that one misses in a similar spot, 2-0. Grand Valley's had 2 extra base hits today, and they've both been courtesy of the next 2 guys scheduled to bat here in this inning. Williams, who will bat, and Villar, who might. Good bender there from Nichols. Nichols taking a while, and then time asked for and received by Rebecki. Rebecki was struggling earlier this year for Grand Valley. They couldn't quite figure out what to do with him, and out of desperation, Jamie Detillion put him in the 2 slot, which didn't seem to make a lot of sense to some people, and all of a sudden, Rebecki took off. That's a breaking ball there. He's going to have to hit one of those, I think, to get on base this time around. 2 good breakers. That was kind of a slow curve from Nichols. The reliever's got to be ready if necessary, so this could be the last batter being faced by Nichols. Well, he rolled over that curveball, lucky to get any part of that one. Rebecki stays alive. It's 2-2 now to the Laker left fielder. 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. Grand Valley would like to push one across here and then put the ball into the hands of their closer, who is the guy that's in the on-deck circle right now, Matt Williams. Did he check? He did. Well, the umpire's really, the base umpire's on the wrong side to offer any real assistance here to the home plate ump, but they checked anyway. I thought that Rebecki held up. I'm not so sure that pitch was out of the zone, though. 3-2 now. Got to be a breaking ball here. Hit in the air on the left side and just out of play.
Way to hustle, Kyle. That away.
Quite a battle between these two now. Running the first for Tiffin, running the fifth for Grand Valley. Only 9 hits total in this game. 5 of those for Grand Valley, including a couple of extra base hits, doubles by Villar and Matt Williams. But Mitch Ashcraft has done a terrific job for the Lakers, allowing just 1 run during his 8 innings on the mound. Rebecki off the mask of the catcher there. Got on that breaking ball. He waited for it. Didn't get much of it, but he wasn't fooled by it. And now we will reload with baseballs flying out of the yard left and right. Wade Henderson has to get a new supply, and one of those goes directly to the pitcher here in this situation with 1 gone and a full count on the hitter, Jason Rebecki. And again, he fights it off and out of play. I think Rebecki feels that he's got this guy's fastball covered, so even though it's a little bit dangerous looking for a curve, they can slip a fastball by you. I think Rebecki knows that he's not going to get a straight pitch here. It's going to be something with some action. Oh, and he got it in the back. Nichols let him get away. No snap on that one at all, and really a ball that got Rebecki almost between the numbers, it looked like.
Now up to bat for Lakers, the first baseman, number 7, Matt Williams.
Well, okay, he got him directly in the 0 on that jersey number 40. So first base, Rebecki now. After being hit by the pitch, he's on for the second time today, and I got to believe that Nichols, he's getting applause from the manager, and that's always the kiss of death right there. You've done a great job. Thank you very much. You're out of here. So we'll take a break right now. Pitching change coming. They're going to go with the right-hander to face Williams. More to come on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
At Metro Health, we don't see patients. We see people. And when it comes to their health care, there's one thing we're all working toward: helping them feel better. Better summers. Better dances. Better retirements. And better roads ahead. This is what we want for every person we see every day. Better. Metro Health. Better all around.
New thrower on here for Tiffin with 1 gone. It's the big right-hander Patrick Bellinger from Schaumburg, Illinois. And he will be facing another Illinois native, Matt Williams. Man, this is a matchup that Grand Valley doesn't mind. Matt Williams hits righties and lefties just about equally, I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in their baseball careers these two guys have come across one another. Matt Williams, also a Chicago area player. So the man at first was Rebecki, but Grand Valley's going to run for him right now, and coming out of the dugout to do that is going to be Zach Berry, the freshman outfielder from Okemos. He's into the game right now. DeTillion out to make the change with the home plate umpire. And here's Matt Williams. Matt Williams is the guy for Grand Valley who has the power to get it through the wind out toward left field. Not suggesting he's going to leave the yard right here, but hit a home run a couple of days ago on a bullet ball that got out through a pretty strong wind. The wind has not really subsided at all, I don't think, here this afternoon. Yeah, I don't think it's any breezier at the moment than it was earlier, but there's still a bit of wind out there. Williams open at the plate. Berry trying to get a little bit of an edge at first base. Bellinger looks him back before going to the set. And we are set to go here. Matt Williams hits a tapper on the ground to third. Not exactly what Grand Valley was hoping for there. Berry, though, very quick off the mark. He's down to second. Williams is a first pitch fastball hitter, and he just...
Now batting for Lakers, the third baseman, number 17.
Hopper down there to Heckman, who gunned him out at first. So Grand Valley does get the runner into scoring position with 2 out. And here's Anthony Villar. Grand Valley, I think for the 3rd time now with a runner in scoring position in this tie ball game. They've got a chance to get one home to break the tie. Outfield is backed up a little bit on Villar, particularly in left field with Devin Fisk. Bellinger either couldn't see or didn't like the signal from his catcher, Kyle Durham. Grand Valley hoping to get a run here and maybe get Williams on to pitch in the 9th, and that's the 2nd time now where the pitcher has stepped off. He's looking back toward the dugout, so I don't really know who's calling the pitches here. Or they're going to make a decision to walk Villar here. That's what it's all about. The Grand Valley in the Hillsdale series decided to walk Williams in a situation like this, and the 2-0 pitch was about 6 inches outside, and Williams said he almost pulled the trigger and swung at it. And he said the only reason he didn't, he felt his coach would kill him if he did. Even if he hit it out of the park. He let him go by and took the walk. 3rd straight wide delivery there by Patrick Bellinger. And this will put 2 on for Grand Valley. Set up a force at all the bases. And it's going to put it squarely on the shoulders of Connor Glick, the DH in this game for the Lakers. So Anthony Villar draws the walk.
Now batting for Lakers, the designated hitter, number 16, Connor Glick.
Intentional pass here that puts him on board, and it's up to Connor Glick with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 8th inning of this 1-1 ball game. Glick so far has been quiet at the plate. A soft liner to third, struck out, and then hit a ground ball to second in his last at bat. Tiffin's not going to hold with the runner at first. Berry's got a decent lead at second base. And that's outside from Bellinger. Grand Valley's got a bunch of people kind of milling around out there, but if there's anybody getting ready, it'd be Matt Williams. He would go out there and loosen up a little bit, does some exercises, doesn't really throw as much in the bullpen as you might expect. It's just off the plate. Pretty good pitch by Bellinger to go to 2-0 on Connor Glick, the DH here today. Glick, big, strong right-handed hitter, and he can run as well, so keep that in mind. He's not a sure out on a ground ball in the infield. Puts that one out of play over the Tiffin dugout on the first base side. 2-1 the count. Keith Browning will bat next. If somehow Connor Glick can keep things going here for Grand Valley. We were here Friday, or earlier this week, for the doubleheader with Wayne State that went, the second game went 12 innings. Now they duck in behind Zach Berry. No throw forthcoming. Jamie DeTillion coming out, and he's going to talk a little bit, I think, maybe about the move of the pitcher here, and he's alerting the umpire to something. And he's wondering if that last step off was legal after the pitcher had gone to the set. Jamie himself, a former pitcher, saw something that he didn't like. Don't think he was going to do anything else other than plant the seed that something untoward might have been going on out there with Patrick Bellinger. 2 on, 2-1 count, 2 gone in the 8th inning. Connor Glick at the bat. And he's on that fastball, but it's still a little bit late, and the foul makes it a 2-2 count. Anthony Villar is at first. The pinch runner, Zach Berry, is at second base. He is the runner that matters most for Grand Valley. The outfield, medium depth. They've been playing a little bit deeper here in the later innings. And so Berry, who's a good base runner, has some quicks. Figures he's going to score on a base hit to the outfield. Connor Glick trying to make it happen right now. Ooh. That's a hard one to stay away from there. A high fastball. It's up in that area where you think you can do something with it, but Glick let it sail by, and now Grand Valley gets a big advantage here. They'll get a push on the bases with the runners able to cut loose here on this 3-2 pitch with 2 gone. Glick has to maintain concentration, just put it in play. Little tapper foul. I think I see Matt Williams down there in the bullpen doing his thing at the moment, trying to stretch out a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, but somebody else is throwing for the Lakers. I don't think we're going to see Ashcraft come out and pitch the 9th inning. The game is slowed to a crawl here at crunch time. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, 2 out, full count. Connor Glick. Oh, took it right down the middle, and can't believe that he let that one sail by. It's a punch out for Patrick Bellinger to keep his team even. We go to the top of the 9th. Grand Valley 1, Tiffin 1 on the Grand Valley Sports.
No runs, no hits.
What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text, and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Now pitching.
Almost done.
Now you can pay your bill, manage your appointments, and check your connection status. Anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so you're protesting? Okay.
Introducing Xfinity My Account, available on any device.
Well, we might be here a while. We go to the 9th inning now. Brett Nearing is going to come on to pitch for Mitch Ashcraft. Ashcraft had a very, very fine outing for a team that's been struggling with pitching injuries and arm problems throughout the course of the year. He went 8 today, gave up 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 5, and probably couldn't have done any more. Might well have been working on a shutout, except for that miscue in the first inning by Grand Valley on the fly ball that led to a run. Nearing's a big right-hander. He's been seeing some action, 3rd appearance of the week, if I'm not mistaken. Got good stuff, just needs to develop a little bit of confidence in these situations. Grand Valley not turning to Williams because they don't have the lead. And in the 9th inning, it'll be Durham, Perry, and Garrett Verno, the first 3 scheduled to face the tall right-hander, Brett Nearing.
Leading off the inning for Tiffin, the catcher, number 24, Kyle Durham.
Durham in the contest, 0 for 2, a walk and 2 strikeouts. He had that miserable at bat back in the 6th inning when Tiffin started with 2 on, nobody out. He bunted 3 times, or I should say,
Let's go, Kyle. Come on,
Had 3 chances to bunt. Pulled the bat back, took a strike, and then he bunted foul 2 times after that for the strikeout. I don't think he's going to be up bunting against Nearing here. Takes a fastball up high. Good pitch there on the outside, Black. 1-1 to the leadoff man in the 9th inning of this 1-1 ball game. It's Kyle Durham. Took a little bit off that one, Nearing did. Found the plate with it, 1-2 to the left-handed hitting catcher for the Dragons. Right back at him and right past him for the strikeout. So a successful debut here for Brett Nearing. He strikes out the leadoff
Now
man.
batting for Tiffin, the shortstop, number 13.
Nice
Isaac
easy
Perry.
motion there, and then a little bit of bite to it. Looked like a kind of a slider from Nearing. Ball definitely breaking down in the zone, and here is Isaac Perry, the shortstop. He struck out and hit into a double play. He was also hit by a pitch. That came back in the 4th inning. Nearing just wants to get it in the zone and let his fielders do the work. This ball is up in the air behind first base. Williams giving chase now. Matt Williams trying to take command, and that is just out of play. Well, that's really the ball that you want to see the first baseman get, although Grand Valley's catcher Brody Andrews was in the neighborhood. A lot easier for Matt Williams, who's got some tracking skill, as we know from watching him play football. And he's really not too concerned about colliding with the fence over there. 1-1 the count with 1 gone. Would have been a big out for the Lakers to get here in the 9th inning. The shortstop, Isaac Perry, awaiting the delivery here from the reliever Nearing. This is in the air toward right. Not very deep. That's Keith Browning trying to get a beat on this one. Sticks the glove up and pulls that one down for the 2nd out.
Now batting for the Dragons, the center fielder, number 10, Garrett Verneau.
Well, Verneau bats now. He is 0 for 3 in the contest. He's hit 2 balls out there to Alex Young in center field, and in his first at bat back in the 2nd inning, hit a ground ball to shortstop. 2 gone for Tiffin in the 9th. 1-1 is our score, and that ball sails high on Brett Nearing, from Brett Nearing, I should say, to the center fielder, Garrett Verneau. Good breaking pitch there.
Here we go. Come on, Gary. Come up. Let's get it now, kid. Cool. Number 10.
Well, Nearing goes to 3-1 here on Verneau. Kyle Lento, the second baseman, scheduled to bat next. And Nearing is head high on that pitch, and it's ball 4.
Now batting for Tiffin, the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Lento.
Here we go, Fiver. Here we go. Get this hit here.
Come on, Kyle. Base runners.
A lot of confidence, Five. Here we go.
Lento batting from the right side, looking for his first hit in this ball game. A grounder and a couple of fly balls. Runner is not going. That's a breaking pitch that's in for a strike. Verneau, guy can run pretty well at first base here. Let's see who Grand Valley has covering if he decides to go. You got to believe they're going to try to get him over to second base here. Let's see if Nearing keeps an eye on the running game. Runner's not going. That pitch just off the edge. Pretty fortunate there for Kyle Lento. That looked like a pretty good fastball. And where is this one? Ooh. Grand Valley in the bottom of the 9th will have Browning, Smith, and Andrews, hitters 6, 7, and 8, waiting to face Patrick Bellinger. But first, they've got to get out of this jam. Nearing a little bit more on that throw to Matt Williams at first base. It's a 1-1 count on Kyle Lento, the second baseman for the Dragons, in this 1-1 game. Runner not going. They do bunt it. It's a great bunt. Villar's going to have to hurry. Oh! Williams tried to tag him, come down on the bag, dropped the ball, and that was nearly a disaster for the Lakers. I didn't think that Villar had a chance to get him, but really he did. If Williams hangs on to this ball, let's see at first base if the tag is made in time. Now he dropped the ball, so it obviously negates the put out. Villar fires high. Boy, Matt, he would have had him, I think. If he'd have stayed on the base, he would have had him, and if he had held onto the ball, I think he would have had him. So Villar a little bit unhappy with himself. First and third now with 2 out. The runner advancing. Here is Lento going down there. Well, it's dubious. I would say it's arguable whether or not the runner at first would have been out, and could we be looking at a change here to Matt Williams with 2 out and 2 on? Jamie Detillian's going to talk about it. No indication just yet that it's going to be Matt Williams. I think he's going to ride with Nearing here. Nearing is talking with Matt Williams. It's first and third. Grand Valley's got its strategy. That was a surprising and a very well executed bunt by Lento. It's going to go as a base hit. 5th of the game for Tiffin. Now 2 on. And on the throwing error by the third baseman, the runner moves to third on the play when that ball got away from Williams. Kind of a tough error, I would have to think, on Anthony Villar, but that's the way you have to score it. Somebody's culpable, and now we're going to be looking at a change here on the Tiffin side. Are they going to hit for John Heckman? That would seem likely. They've got a left-hander in the on-deck circle. But that was Barbeau, who was waiting to get to the plate, and instead we are going to see Elijah Sanabria.
Hitting for Tiffin, number 42, Elijah Sanabria.
Sanabria, the 5'10 senior from Brooklyn, New York, and I'll tell you, you got to believe this guy's got some wheels, and Grand Valley might be facing another situation where Tiffin's looking at a guy who's going to try to bunt his way on. Cause some mayhem if he bunts it down the first baseline. Nearing's got to be tuned in because Williams has to hold with the runner, Lento there. Boy, Nearing has to bear down and bury some balls in the zone here. Let's see what he's able to do. This is up high. Doesn't want to get to the dangerous Barbeau. Got to make this guy beat him with the bat. Runners at first and third. 2 gone in this tie game in the top of the 9th inning. That pitch is in there. Nearing can draw some confidence from that one on the outside corner. Sanabria is a senior.
Put us ahead here, Eli. Here we go, kid.
Oof. There's some hooting from the Grand Valley dugout after that delivery. I think Brody Anderson and everybody else thought that was a strike. I don't think there's much question that he didn't swing. Kind of checks there. That ball wasn't very far out of the zone. 2-1 the count. Nearing's got to find something right here he can throw for a strike. And he does. It's a good firm fastball to the outside corner. 2-2 now on Elijah Sanabria, the pinch batter here. Batting for Heckman with 2 gone in the top of the 9th inning with a runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run for Tiffin down at third base in the person of Garrett Verno. This all started with 2 out. A walk, infield single on a bunt, and a wild throw, an error. Up the middle, knocked down, it's Johnny Nate. Oh, he bobbled the ball. Can he get there in time? Out at first base, Matt Williams, unbelievable. Didn't think they had a chance. Somehow, Johnny Nate, who fumbled the ball after it deflected off the pitcher, got something on that throw, and Williams made an incredible dig. at first base.
For Lakers in the
Unreal.
Correction.
Not a clean take by Nate, but somehow blisters it across, and yeah, he's out. No question about it. Bottom of the ninth coming up. It's still 1-1 on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these two laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Well, we've seen some scintillating defensive plays in this contest. The ball that was ping-ponged around by the catcher on the bunt attempt. Watch the stretch here by Matt Williams. He's got it, and he stays on the base. But what a dig by Matt over there. Sanabria obviously can move. It was a ball off the pitcher that deflected to Johnny Nate. At that point, it looked like it was going to be a reasonably easy putout, but he kind of fumbled it as it came up to his midsection, somehow got the handle, and just turned it loose without really being in good throwing position. Got it in the right area, and Matt Williams was able to pick it up. Here's Browning dropping down a bunt. This one will go foul, and then swept into the grass by the catcher. A couple of changes with Heckman being hit for there in that situation in the ninth. Alec McCurry goes from first base to third, and Seth Bryan enters the game for Tiffin at first base. Grand Valley's got Browning, Smith, and Andrews here. And it's a one-strike count on the right fielder for the Lakers. Missing outside is Bellinger. Tiffin's going to ride with this guy, it would appear. Here on the right side, this could be interesting. New first baseman in the game right now, going over into foul territory, and a nice bit of work done there by the guy we were just talking about, Seth Bryant, who stayed with that one the entire way, and he retires Browning in foul territory on the pop-up.
Now batting for Lakers, the second baseman, number 9, Josh Smith.
Josh Smith batting next for Grand Valley. 1 for 2 in the game. A single and a walk. Single came back in the 5th inning. It was a bunt single for Josh Smith. He was part of that Laker rally. 2 bunts, a sacrifice, and a ground out that gave Grand Valley its only run. It's right down the heart of the plate for Patrick Bellinger. Good velocity from this big guy. One and one the count. 1 run, 5 hits for Tiffin. 1 run, 5 hits for Grand Valley. Little tapper on the ground is short. Easy bounce there, and a good throw across to get the Lakers second baseman Josh Smith at first for the out. Good strong throw across from Isaac Perry.
Now batting for Lakers,
Two
the
up, two
catcher,
down for
number
Grand Valley here in the
34,
ninth inning.
Brody Andrews.
Good breaking ball down in the zone. You're just going to beat that one into the clay, and Perry got a good enough bounce, able to take care of the speedy Josh Smith for out number 2. Here is Brody Andrews, the catcher. And his record has been officially expunged here today. He's had 2 sacrifices and a walk, but I think he's ruined it this time. Now this ball's going to go out of play. He has not affected his batting average at all in this contest. No official bats in the contest for Brody Andrews.
Come on, Pat.
Johnny Nate will bat next if Andrews can keep it going here. That ball was down and in.
Gets us in the dugout, Pat. Here we go, kid.
Brody Andrews saw a pitch that he tried to make something happen with. It was a fastball right down the middle, just couldn't get there. Count goes to 1-2.
Put yourself a spot. Get a spot.
This is a smash on the left side. It's through into left field, and Brody Andrews keeps it alive. Past the glove of
Not bad
Harry.
for Lakers. The shortstop number 10,
Hustled back in
Johnny
by Devin
Nate.
Fisk, and so Brody Andrews finally has an official at bat in this game. It's a base hit. He's 1 for 1 on the day. And with 2 out, it's Johnny Nate. Johnny Nate looking down to Dell Young at third base, and all I can tell him is by hook or crook, any way you can do it, get on board here and keep this thing going. Alex Young waiting on deck. Andrews probably not a threat to steal here. Strike 1 to Johnny Nate and win the contest. 0 for 3, but his middle at bat was a ground out to second that scored Grand Valley's only run. This is in the air and playable. First baseman coming hard. He's over by the dugout, and he's got it in his glove for out number 3. So the Lakers are out in the ninth. We go to extra innings today. Still 1-1 between Tiffin and Grand Valley on the Grand Valley Sports
For the Lakers in the ninth inning, no runs, 1 hit.
What if a home phone could also be a smartphone? And what if that home phone could save you money on your home and wireless bill at the same time? With Xfinity Voice, you get amazing technology like readable voicemail on your smartphone, caller ID on your TV, and even text messaging, all for a low price. Start saving with unlimited nationwide talk and text and switch to Xfinity Voice for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
I'm almost done.
Now you can pay your bill, manage your appointments, and check your connection status. Anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so you're protesting? Okay.
Introducing Xfinity My Account, available on any device.
Well, this is familiar territory for Grand Valley. In the doubleheader against Wayne State earlier this week on Wednesday, Grand Valley went to extra innings, just barely failed to score in the ninth inning. We had to play 3 more before the issue was decided when Wayne came up with 6 runs in the 12th to win 11-5. It'll be Brett Nearing continuing on the mound here for the Lakers. And in the 10th inning, it'll be the top of the batting order. Barbeau, Fisk, and Huneberg. We're still thinking about that play that was made by Matt Williams at first base with the go-ahead run about ready to cross the plate. That dig on the backhanded stop at first base on the ground out.
Barbeau.
Elijah Sanabria with 2 on and 2 out hit a shot back up the middle. It hit the pitcher, deflected to Johnny Nate, didn't get a good handle on it, and then somehow got the ball over to first. Williams made a short hop stab at it and came up with it to retire Sanabria and end the threat. Here's Barbeau. That's in at the letters for a strike. After being hit by a pitch in the first inning, this guy has grounded out 3 times consecutively to the right side, 2 to second, the last one to Williams at first. And he is quickly in an 0-2 hole here against the second Laker pitcher, Brett Nearing.
You gotta work, 9. You gotta work, kid.
Who got the first 2 outs in the ninth rather easily, then got in a world of hurt. The situation was exacerbated by that throw by Villar that allowed the runner to get to third. This is back to the screen and onto the golf course behind us. Player from St. Charles, Illinois, Kurt Barbeau. And he's got this ball headed toward right field, but Browning's got him played perfectly. Hardly had to move. And it's in the glove of Keith Browning for out number 1.
Now batting for the Dragons, the left fielder number 4, Devin Fisk.
Devin Fisk today was safe on an error in the first, ultimately scored the only run of the game for Tiffin. Since that time, a grounder to second, and then in his last at bat, a grounder to second. Tried to hold off on that delivery toward the outside. Swings through it for strike 1. Nearing wants to give his team a free shot at winning this one in the bottom of the 10th. Good breaking ball again from Brett Nearing. This guy just needs to develop a little bit of confidence in these late game situations. Got a plenty good enough arm to get the job done. Oh, that's beautiful pitching there. Cut that last one away from Devin Fisk, who strikes out on 3 pitches.
Now batting for Tiffin, designated hitter number 33, Nick Huneberg.
Huneberg in the contest. Made into a double play in the first inning. Single in the 4th, a walk and a ground out. Last one was a great job of pitching by Mitch Ashcraft. Got him on a little tapper in front of the plate. Grand Valley's got some people down in the bullpen, but they're just chewing the fat. Nobody throwing right now, and same can be said for Tiffin. Not much happening there. This ball is back over the screen. Count going even. Well, let's look ahead to the Grand Valley 10th inning. It'll be the top of the batting order again for the Lakers. Young Seth Johnson, who came on for Rebecki. He ran, Grand Valley ran for Rebecki earlier back in the 8th inning. And then Johnson took his spot in the batting order, then Matt Williams, the first 3 scheduled. It's 2-1 now here on Nick Huneberg, the DH. Again, good pitch, low and on the outside corner of the plate. 2-2 here. Brett Nearing would like to get the one pitch that will send his team back to its dugout. Can't find it there. It was a breaking ball. On the ground, Villar, big Sunday hop, plenty of time to get it over to Williams. High throw, but Matt comes down on the bag to retire Tiffin here in the 10th inning. So Grand Valley with the top of the batting order looking to squeeze out a win after 2 defeats. Got more baseball to come. It's 1-1, Tiffin and Grand Valley on the Grand Valley Sports Network. There you see the right-hander Patrick Bellinger continuing on here into the 10th inning, and he'll be facing Alex Young, Seth Johnson, a left-handed hitter who takes over in the Laker batting order for another left-handed hitter, Jason Rebecki, and then Matt Williams. Alex Young has had a rough day today.
Lakers, the center fielder, number 12, Alex Young.
0 for 4 in the contest. Struck out his last 2 at-bats. Grounder to short, grounder to first. Only really hit the ball sharply once. It was a one-hop smash to Alec McCurry back in the third inning. And again, the third baseman, it's a new third baseman who's going to be playing in on the grass. Heckman has left, and that is McCurry, who's moved over to third now. Alex Young is swinging away, and he hits this one foul, out of play on the right side. Well, you just have to wipe your memory clean when you're having this kind of a day if you're Alex Young, and who's been struggling now for probably a week or so at the plate. Just make it happen. Pitches outside, 1-1. Outfield a little more reasonable. By that I mean they're a little deeper than they're playing early in the game. They cannot allow a ball hit over their head in this situation, if at all possible. They being Tiffin here. Young was right on that pitch. Fouled it straight back to the screen. It's 1-2 on the Laker leadoff man, Alex Young, playing in center field here today. 2 games to come tomorrow. They'll start at noon between these two sides. 2 7-inning games to wrap up the GLIAC regular season. Also at noon tomorrow, a match you'll be able to see on the Grand Valley Sports Network, the GLIAC Lacrosse Championship final between Grand Valley and Findlay. Good eye from Alex there. Didn't chase that shoulder-high fastball. In the air towards center field, not very deep. The wind is starting to bring this one back in. Who's going to take command? It's Garrett Verno out there. That ball held up a little bit, and Young is out. A victim of a fly ball that was gathered in by Garrett Verno in bottom of the 10th inning. Seth Johnson batting now for the first time. Good little left-handed batter is Seth Johnson, a guy who's got surprising pop in his bat, and he's a good contact man. Facing a guy who's primarily a fastball pitcher here, Bellinger. Bellinger comes right in with the fastball for strike one. Sophomore from Gobles, Michigan, with Matt Williams on deck here for the Lakers, who are trying to dig one out in the 10th inning. Good breaking ball that time from Bellinger. 2 strikes now to Seth Johnson, batting for the first time today. Lakers ran for one of their power guys, Rebecki, back in the 8th inning, trying to get the go-ahead run, so he's finished. Let's see if Seth Johnson can put one in play. As you look at that picture right there, you see a lot of blankets and jackets. It's not really that cold, but if you're out there just sitting and not moving around for 3 hours, you might develop a little bit of a chill. Johnson hits it sharply on the ground, but right at the second baseman. That's Lento up with it, and he sends it across for out number 2.
Next up to bat for Lakers, the first baseman, number 7, Matt Williams.
Well, Matt Williams is a guy who can do it for Grand Valley. He's got home run power facing Bellinger. Takes a breaking ball. Fine pitch there from Bellinger in the zone toward the outside, strike one. Villar will bat next if Matt Williams can get on. You know right now Matt Williams is thinking about one thing. He's trying to pull this ball and get it out of the yard here against Bellinger. That's way outside. And certainly Bellinger knows about Williams and his reputation, so he's going to make that as difficult as possible. Tiffin has not scored since the first. Grand Valley got its only run in the 5th. That's a hard smash into left field, and that's the spot where Matt Williams hits the ball at least once a game in that hole between third and short. He's on with his second hit of the ball game.
Number 17, Anthony Villar.
Anthony Villar bats now with 2 out and a man on. Matt Williams is a guy who can run some. I wouldn't really say he's a base-stealing threat, but he digs in there and just blasts that one past Alec McCurry. who probably was enjoying things over at first base a lot more earlier in the contest, but he's moved to the hot corner here in the late innings. Here's Villar trying to get a ball into space in the outfield, give Matt Williams a chance to score the go-ahead run. Instead, he pops it up. The wind taking this one. I believe it's going to sail just out of play right over the top of the Tiffin dugout. So first pitch swinging. It's a strike against the Laker cleanup man, third baseman Alex Villar. A hit and a walk today for Anthony Villar. Matt Williams, the man at first. 1-1 game. Second extra inning affair for the Lakers in the last 3 ball games. Villar sends that one back out of play. It was a curveball. It was up a little bit. Not a great pitch by Bellinger.
Way ahead, Pat. Be smart, be smart.
Oh, 0-2 to the Laker cleanup hitter. Catcher sets up outside, and Bellinger found the spot, but it was out of the zone.
Still hit a spot, kid.
That's just foul. McCurry down there hugging the line at third. He's not going to let one go by if he can help it to his throwing hand side. Backs up a little bit now. Wants to keep the 2-base hit out of the equation. Now he's only about 6 feet off the line at third. Shortstop is well over. Big hole on the left side for Anthony Villar. Count remains 1-2. Short lead for Williams. This is hit on the ground. Tough play for the shortstop. Scoops it, throws to second for the force. Not in time. Williams hustled down there. There was not going to be a play on Villar at first. And Isaac Perry did his best to find Kyle Lento, but Matt Williams went in even without a slide.
The designated hitter number 16.
He's off at the crack of the bat. Matty is, and we'll see the play here. Not a perfect connection, and Matt Williams beats it easily down at second base. So now it's on to Connor Glick. That's an infield hit, the second of the inning against Bellinger and Tiffin. And Connor Glick, another guy who's had a rough day, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Just needs a bleeder here to end it for the Lakers in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Stay tough, Pat. Stay tough. Here we go.
Just outside with that delivery, a fastball from Patrick Bellinger. 2 pretty good relief stints that we've seen from these big right-handers. Brett Nearing for Grand Valley, Bellinger for the Dragons. Williams with just an average lead at second right now. Grice fouled that back off the protector, I think, of the catcher Kyle Durham. That one had some snap to it. Might have got him on the glove hand. He took his glove off and was shaking his left hand. Well, you can distinguish on where a ball hits a catcher, but it doesn't really matter where it hits him. It's going to hurt. And he felt that one. 1-1 the count to Connor Glick, the Laker DH here today. And now a consult taking place here out on the mound. This might be just an opportunity to talk things over a little bit, and I think that it's well appreciated by Kyle Durham, who wanted to take some time to get the feeling back in his left hand. Can't imagine what they're talking about. This guy has been pitching very well in relief. Nobody warming up for Tiffin. And Glick's going to talk to Jamie Detillion here in this situation. Kind of a smile from the Grand Valley boss saying, well, here's the plan. Get a base hit. Wade Henderson finally has to go out to break it up, and We are just about ready to go here. Bellinger against Glick. 2 on, 2 out for Grand Valley in the bottom of the 10th inning of this 1-1 game. Oh, he nicked him with that one. And now it's getting interesting. That was a crazy looking off-speed delivery from Bellinger. Just completely lost it on this pitch. This is just a floater. I think the catcher throws the ball back to the pitcher harder than this one usually. And it just got a little bit of the shirt. Well, we saw one earlier in the game on a pitch that was behind somebody that hit the jersey. That one looked like it even got less fabric. So Keith Browning now bats with the bases loaded, 2 out. Grand Valley could use a lot of different things here, not the least of which would be a pass ball or a wild pitch. They'll take it any way they can get it. Keith Browning has 1 hit in the contest, and Bellinger snaps back to form with that fastball strike on the first pitch to Browning. Don't think we're going to see that eephus curveball again that he tried to throw to Connor Glick. Infield is in at the corners. I'm not quite sure why. Browning, I don't think, is going to bunt. Be a fire drill if he did. He's going to be swinging for a base hit here. Can the Lakers get the winning run? That's a check swing. Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt about it. I thought it was a foul tip, perhaps, into the glove of the catcher. The home plate umpire looked out to the base umpire for some help, I thought, before calling that a strike. But it was certainly a strike. Browning now in an 0-2 hole. Just got to find a way to get this ball somehow into play against Patrick Bellinger. Bellinger goes outside. Browning knew he'd be looking out there and let it go. Grand Valley with Matt Williams down at third. He is the potential winning run. Villar at second. Connor Glick, who runs well. That's important to keep in mind. At first base, in case there's a ball hit on the infield and they try for the force out at second. Glick can move, and he's not being held on. Up high, 2-2. Well, the Grand Valley faithful are either excited about this opportunity or they've got 6 o'clock dinner reservations. I'm not quite sure which. They'd like to get out of here eventually and with a win if possible. Keith Browning trying to stay cool in the batter's box against Bellinger. Right back to the screen. He was on that fastball, Browning was. Two and two. Bellinger taking a lot of time. Browning trying to relax his hands there. Couldn't find it. He swings through the high fastball for the strikeout, and we are going to the 11th. Grand Valley loads the bases but does not score. And through 10, it's 1-1. Tiffin and Grand Valley on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
4 errors, 3 runners left on base.
In the industry, we have so many positive comments about our drivers.
Cardinal Bus, 85 years of safe, reliable, worry-free transportation. Call us at 800-348-7487.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Well, Grand Valley can wait no longer. They're going to Matt Williams here to start the 11th inning of this contest. It's tied at 1 in our single game here today in Allendale. 2 to be played tomorrow. Well, we've seen some outstanding pitching. You thought Grand Valley had it in their grasp there. Keith Browning just had to find a way to get to first base with the bases loaded and 2 out, but Bellinger was a little bit better in that matchup, and got the strikeout, and we will march on. Josh Griffith is into the game at first base as Williams takes over on the mound. We have seen Williams generally in safe situations where he goes an inning, but they will pitch him a couple of innings if need be once in a while. It'll be Alec McCurry, Kyle Durham, Isaac Perry, the first three to face the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Williams here for Grand Valley.
Number 37, Alec McCurry.
Don't think there are any other changes for Grand Valley besides the fact that Griffith is now into the ball game. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to see Griffith go into Glick's spot in the batting order. This is a tapper foul down third base way. 8 hits now for the Lakers, 5 for Tiffin. Tiffin has been flawless defensively. No errors in the contest into extra innings here today. Williams pitching from the set. Comes with a fastball and misses 2-1 now. The man for all seasons at Grand Valley, Matt Williams. Outstanding year in football as a wide receiver. Doing pretty well on the baseball diamond as well. He's up high with that one. One thing we will say about Matt Williams, when he is in the game pitching, he's not likely to overthink it. He just gets it and fires. And he's a pretty relaxed individual out there. Oh, look at that pitch. 3-1, just a nasty curveball. Williams is not afraid to throw the curveball again here. I suspect we're going to see something a little bit more firm, though. Oh, it is a curveball, little looper towards short. Johnny Nate's going to have to play it on the hop. Sends it across to get the put out. That ball looked like it was hit harder than it really was. Nate stopped. He was frozen. And not a whole lot of spin on that, luckily for Grand Valley. Sometimes a ball like this will curve crazily.
Kyle Durham.
I think the ball got him in toward the hands a little bit. Well, actually out toward the end of the bat. But Nate had to wait and then bombed it across in time to get McCurry by a step. So one gone here in the 11th. And this is Kyle Durham batting now. Williams goes 2-0 on him. The catcher today, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Grand Valley hasn't played a little bit around to left. Checked his swing, went through with it. 2-1 now. Well, he thought Williams was going to come fastball there, and he got the wrinkle and couldn't hold off.
Drive 2-4. Here we go, kid.
Another great curveball by Matt Williams. Boy, he's got that sharp breaking pitch that's really been going great guns lately for him. And now Durham, who has had 2-0 in the count, saw 2 straight curveballs, and he can't find this one, and that's another strikeout for the Lakers as Durham goes down on strikes for the 4th time today. And that's 2 gone now here in the Tiffin 11th.
Shortstop number 13, Isaac Perry.
Come on, Perry.
Here's Isaac Perry. This guy just pounds the zone with that breaking pitch. It's really amazing considering that he has been on the gun this year at 93, 94 miles an hour a couple times. Curved him again, missed it down in the zone. A little disappointed that Matt Williams is out there pitching with a mostly clean uniform today. Fastball there that's up in the zone. There are some days when Matt gets the ball in the late going and he looks like he's been out in the mud pile all afternoon. 2-1 the count, 2 gone here, 11th inning. Tiffin got in on the hands of Isaac Perry, did Matt Williams. 2-2 now. I got to believe it's going to be the bender here from Williams. Let's see. Brody Andrews getting low. Strike 3 call, and Perry is a strikeout victim to end the 11th. So it's 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Matt Williams gets it done. Can the Lakers find some offense? We'll find out when we come back here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
I think I found a genie.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long. With no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Well, after yesterday's drubbing at the hands of Tiffin, Grand Valley has sent some people out there today who have known what they were doing on the mound. We're talking about Mitch Ashcraft gave up 1 run in 8 innings of work. Brett Nearing, who came on for 2 good innings of relief, and then Matt Williams, who struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced in the 11th. Grand Valley got to find a way to scratch one out here. It'll be Josh Smith, Brody Andrews, and Johnny Nate, the first 3 scheduled against Patrick Bellinger, the excellent right-hander for the Tiffin Dragons. We are in the bottom of the 11th. Been a very well-played baseball game here this afternoon, particularly by the visitors. Wind continuing to blow, and some dust blowing up at the plate now. I think this was an issue for Josh Smith in his last at-bat. Dirt getting very dry, and look out. Inside. I think Josh is saying right there, I could have moved a little more slowly and taken one for the team. 2-0 from Bellinger, working pretty quickly here. That's up high, and now Grand Valley has Josh Smith looking at a 3-0 count here, and people making some noise here. And I don't think you're going to see a swing for a while here from Josh Smith. Certainly not on this pitch, and perhaps not on the one after that if it goes that far. 4 straight out of the zone, and Bellinger
Now
with a rare loss of command. Really close on those last couple of pitches. Brody Andrews will step to the plate for Grand Valley, and it could be small ball time again with the wind blowing in. You got to figure out a way to get it going, and they're going to call Brody Andrews down. Del Young and Jamie Detillion having a little bit of a conference down the third base line. Tiffin's gotten some people up and moving around in its bullpen, and I think that they're going to be out there having some guys throw with purpose because Bellinger's got to be getting toward the end of his rope. Grand Valley has got their guy in the game right now. So here's Brody Andrews. It's a first baseman playing third base and a relatively new man into the game. If Grand Valley's thinking about bunting here with Brody. 2 sacrifices already in the game, a single and a walk. 1 for 1 for the Laker catcher. Got to be looking to bunt here, I would think. And back with a dive is Josh Smith. 1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors for Grand Valley, 1-5-0 for Tiffin. We are in the bottom of the 11th here today in Allendale. Grand Valley played 12 in game 2 of their doubleheader with Wayne on Wednesday. Boy, pretty good lead now for Smith. He's looking itchy. That's a great bunt again, and they've done it beautifully. Oh, the pitcher dropped it, but he still gets the put out just barely. Oh, that would have been a disaster for Tiffin. I don't know what happened to Bellinger there. That ball came right to him, and he almost played it into an error.
Now it's back for Lakers.
Never going to go for the runner, and he almost overruns it, but man, he made a composed play to get his hand back on the ball. It's a sacrifice, the third of the day. For Brody Andrews, and here's Johnny Nate. Infield in slightly at the corners. Field's pretty deep on John, who's not likely to drive one past him in this wind. And he's down low. Some Grand Valley fans somewhere making some noise, trying to rattle this pitcher. Man at second with 1 out. Number 9 hitter for Grand Valley up. Alex Young is on deck. Johnny Nate is a pedigree baseball player, started his career in the Big Ten. He can hit the baseball. Let's see if he can deliver here. On the ground, into right field. Now the play is on, and here comes the runner. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time, and Grand Valley has the walk-off win on the base hit by Johnny Nate here in the 11th inning, and they're going to get the dog pile that they're looking for down there. The hat comes off. Great base running by Josh Smith, who is off at the crack. And it's an RBI single by Johnny Nate, his second RBI of the game, to give the Lakers the victory here in extra innings. Grand Valley wins game 2 of the series in 11. The final score is 2-1. So the win goes to Matt Williams in relief, but good work done by Nearing and, of course, the starter Mitch Ashcraft, and both runs driven home by the little man playing shortstop today, Johnny Nate, with 2 RBIs, and Grand Valley closes out with the win. So that'll do it for us here today. A reminder to you, tomorrow we'll be at the lacrosse championship game starting at 12. There will be a doubleheader here at 12 as the Lakers get the walk-off victory courtesy of Johnny Nate. So for our production team, our photographers Tony Packer and Dave McLeod, the guys in the truck James Batens and Brad Scott, and of course our webmaster Jeremy Knickerbocker, and our producer Bill Cuppy. I'm Tom Cleary. Thanks for being with us here for our final baseball broadcast of the regular season. In 11 today, Grand Valley emerges with the win. Our final score today, Grand Valley 2, Tiffin 1.